I'm not gonna put it in a bottle and breastfeed it to you.
Yes, for the short time, or I don't know how long I'll be streaming, I'll kind of just go with the flow. We will be watching Phil. I know there's the Boogie documentary. I actually wanted to react to that, but that's just not happening tonight. Not starting at 10 o'clock at night. It's almost a 2-hour documentary by June the King. So there's that. So anyway, there's over 200 people here. I've reached the Phil is fapping. Elf and her breast are, one of her breasts are alive, so the other one is just like in bed, the other breast. Elf and her breast. What's good, dude, Mama? How is everybody? Birdman the Redeemer, Alex, thank you for popping the super chat, Sherry. Yeah, I'm making. I'll eventually do some parody music. Check Actman's tweets. Why? What's happening? Oh no. Oh no. I just started. Why am I checking Actman? I'm afraid to. I like to see Actman spin this around. What the fuck happened? Why is it not showing him? The Actman. What the fuck? The Actman. What the fuck? Holy shit. I'll show you in a minute. I'll show you in a minute. Yo. And this is why I'm glad I started doing news again and flip-flop. I'm not trying to be. You don't understand. I'll show it. I'll show it to you. Let me flip the screen. Richie should make songs. So yeah, parody music. I'll do. I'm just on this real shit right now, and it's working out. I really appreciate the compliments I received on the Capone Noriega remix I did.
Rich, you should make songs about DSP like the old Liquid Richard songs about wings.
Oh, what did he do to StreamLabs? He's fired. But yes, I will do parody shit. Jay, you're fired. Why am I not live? Oh, because I haven't streamed in like 37 years. How long has it been? At least 2 weeks, right? I don't even know. Allow. You've already been allowed into my account. What is going on? Motherfucker, it's making it like I haven't streamed in 7 years. Am I in the right account? Yes, it seems like I'm in the right account.
I'm gonna come.
I'm gonna come.
Nice to see you, Rich. I just got done making a compilation of DSP playing the Kingdom Hearts games. It took me 5 fucking days. Hope it's worth it.
Oh yeah, he did some weird shit. First off, who is Joanna? No, for super chats, I do not want text to speech. Yes, alerts I want. I don't want Donald coming. I want it. We'll watch that. That would definitely be interesting to watch. Let me see. Did he change anything with donos? Oh shit, yes he did. What did I have it at for donations?
I had a dream that you and Jay had a massive falling out over Burger King chicken sandwich.
What the fuck?
Glad you're back, Bird Dad.
Thank you. I'm glad to be back. So let me save this, make sure it's okay. I could imagine DSP playing Kingdom Hearts games if I could fucking talk. Test donation.
I received 0 contributions.
There we go.
John donated $67.
Thank you,
This is
John.
a test donation for $67.
Thanks, John. Let me test super chats. Should just show something on the screen, right? Yes, thank you. Beautiful. Sorry about that, guys. How much for 1 a.m.? It's 1 a.m. That's not that bad. If we hit 250 by 11. There we go. I think that's fair. I'm sure Mia Khalifa does have a cucumber. I'm sure she has plenty of things, too. Holy shit. So let me get to the super chats real quick. It's beyond a new vid. And then we'll see. That's unreal about Quantum TV. That is absolutely unreal. I'm glad it was unearthed, though. Rich, you should make so yes. So yo, what's up? So nice to see you, Rich. Just got done making a compilation. Yes, we will watch that. Glad you're back. I'm kind of not shocked too, Abby. Thank you for saying it 67 times. Congratulations. Over a Chicken King sandwich. Well, listen. That would be a very important thing to have a fight over. Glad you're back. Thank you very much. So there you go for 1 a.m. If we hit 250 by, like I said, 11 p.m.-ish. Oh, I'm going to show you. Let me just get to the super chats first. I said I would do. Mari, thank you for the hearts. Glad to see you're back, if only briefly. True. Loved your Bloody remix, by the way. Bloody Money remix. Thank you very much. Something I'm talking about, a Bloody Mary. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of compliments on that. Some shocking ones, and I appreciate it. You know? I'm working on other shit right now. I was actually just working on that before. I almost am like, let me put this on pause. I could probably use a break so I could refresh my brain anyway. So those horses need to relax their holes. I'll show you. Let me get to the super chats and I'll show you. Has the cucumber kept you company, Dad? Missed you? Yeah, I missed streaming. Kind of went through, it's like I said, it's been a couple weeks. And I wasn't sure if I needed more time. I wasn't sure, like, that's why I just said indefinitely. It's the longest I think I've been without streaming in years. A couple years at least. You know? But. Julie, glad to see you're here. I see Do Mama. I see Mari. All the three ladies in the chat. Look who's back. You see Phil brought back to the big bill. Yes, he has reverted back to 2016 Phil completely. YouTube hasn't been quiet. Dude, there's been like nukes dropped like every fucking day. Like news that I would like cover anyway has been dropped. Like Logan Paul. Anyway, let me read the rest of these so we could get to whatever the fucking quantum has lost his mind. I'm going to show you. Relax. I think Dead Man's going to shit his pants. Do not shit your pants. Don't shit. Did you see Phil brought back the two big, also Hoot Wireless and I'm going to come. Hoot Wireless.
Hoot Wireless. I'm gonna come.
Also, Boogie monetized. I know. He's another one. Like, come on, dude. It's weird because Boogie and Wings are kind of, they're similar but different still, but they're both self-aware, which is usually like kind of what keeps you out of full lolcow status. But Boogie just can't help it. That's why he couldn't, like, he has enough of a following left that he could make a living being a streamer, but I don't know if emotionally he could handle it. Actually, I am having an actual Diet Dr. Pepper tonight, so technically it is soda. Dude, I wish Mia Khalifa delivered me DoorDash. I fear, what the fuck? Composite Frylock. Oh, man, everyone, the United Horse Foundation, trust me, if there's any animal on the planet that could relax an anus and perforate a colon, it's a horse. I fear not the man who has relaxed 1,000 anuses once, but the man who relaxed one anus 1,000 times. That is a dedicated man. I don't know. I don't want to take any money for like games and stuff like that for quite a while because like beyond my daughter, I have other shit going on I have to deal with. I should be back more so next week. 1,000 for 3 a.m. I actually would still say no to that if you were serious. $250 for 1 a.m. by 11. Great, I could handle that. A bit. Nah, I'm good. My sanity is more important than that grand. I'm probably mentally ill for saying that.
Glad to
That's
see
okay.
you, Rich. Continuing to send good vibes your way and enjoying the ones you are producing.
Thank you very much.
Welcome back, Dad. Hope all is well. Also going through some stuff, but your large, hairy, flat ass does put a smile on my face.
You're welcome.
Also, can I be a mod again?
I received
Yes.
0 contributions.
Keffels Frosted Flakes donated $15.
What?
Escuchame pinche way. I love how Reddit didn't know of Phil's hamburger helper rant. Make a beat with Putz 12 saying move the fuck up as a bass drop. Didn't know I needed to see white people living in hotels and dealing with a wave of hookers.
Who is stealing Keffels Frosted Flakes? What happened? Who is messaging me? Well, hey, you must be streaming. Let's everyone... What is the name again? I gotta see that name again. And then don't worry, I didn't forget about Quantum TV. Is he jealous of my Christian? Yeah, the Christian straight man. Keffels Frosted Flakes. Oh my god. Life has happened, Astro Zombies. I have been, and other news has come out, so, and right now, I'm not really in the mood for, not that I won't talk about the quartering again, I'm just not in the mood for his sycophants. It's just another thing I don't need to deal with right now, to be quite frank with you. I have no issue taking that head on, but right now is not the moment for it. You know, because you know it's going to bring out the fucking weirdos who like jerk off to him, so. Ben, anybody drinking Dr. Pepper? I don't want to that's like going to be like a 4 or 5 hour stream. Maybe we'll watch part of it if we hit the goal, but that's also more serious. I kind of just want to have fun tonight and watch Phil beg. Yeah, dude, the PS5 Slim Digital is it makes no sense to buy it. It went from okay, it's a fairly compelling option, especially because it's $100 cheaper and you're getting the same performance. And let's be frank, I haven't bought a digital game, some of you still, or a physical game, I mean to say, this entire generation. But think about it. Why would you just get it's cheaper. Like, say you want to add the disc drive on later. It's more expensive to do that and buy a digital edition than just buy it with the disc drive anyway now. What were they thinking? What the fuck were they thinking? Are people really making like a heated debate about me having a fucking Diet Dr. Yes, I'm having a Diet Dr. Pepper. But they make no sense. That was the weirdest, stupidest move. And then they
Wishing all the best, and I hope 2024 is a better year for you.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Glad you're back. In other news, the Actman tweeted about me. Is he just jealous of my Christian straight man complexion?
Yes, you're
Let's watch Boogie's documentary, Popcorn.
Okay, I may have to turn the members thing off. It's kind of that whatever happened. So that's what happened. Can you propose to my ass? Of course I can. Duh. Glad to see you're back, Rich. Are you ever going to do a remix of EA Skis Blast?
Rich, I was going to save this chat for the Pokemon chat, but just really wanted to say it's good to see you and hope you are doing okay as possible.
Yeah. I'm existing. It's the best way to put it. Hey, Dad, best wishes to you. Buy a PS5 Slim, dress it up as a bird, and kiss the disc drive. I don't understand Sony. Dr. I've never even heard of Dr. Thunder. I've heard of Dr. Perky. Like, it's the generic of Dr. Pepper duty. It's like, why don't they just name it Dr. Perky Nipples? They would probably sell more. Could you imagine? You'd have, like, grandmas. I don't know who sells Dr. Perky. I'm sure someone in the chat knows. Imagine, like, some grandma passing by, like, the generic at Walmart. It's Dr. Perky Nipples. And she's like, oh, my God, nipples. Time for me to pass out because I'm old as shit. Nipples frighten old people. Pass it on. Dude, I'll drink Diet Coke if it's around. It's not that I usually have seltzer. I just bought a shit ton of seltzer. That's 99% of what I drink is seltzer. But in terms of like preference between Diet Pepsi, Diet Coke, or whatever, I don't give a fuck. They're all fine.
Hey
Jay,
Dad,
your fire
best
tickled.
wishes to you. Buy a PS5 Slim, dress it up as a bird and kiss its disk drive.
I'll kiss your dick drive. Ha. I kind of sort of like a mixed, but 60% of me likes keeping the member chats on. I'll see. I'm kind of up in the air on it. Jim Ryan just wanted to get in. Yeah, I'm sure he had something to do with this, literally. He's still there until what, March or April? DSP tries it butt-chugging gin. Could you imagine? Like Richard from, I forgot his last name. From Howard Stern. Butt-chugged champagne. That's actually deadly if you do that, because you're bypassing your liver. But like champagne isn't a big deal, I guess, because it doesn't really have high alcohol. But they said it's like its butthole looked like a whirlpool sucking in the champagne. That's a sexy sight. Hey, Rich, how have you been? Hope everything is well. It's all right. If you don't mind, how's your daughter doing? She's doing shockingly okay. She's very happy. She's playing. She's running around. She's good. So thank you, man. Thank you, Turbo Express, for the wiener. Hey, buddy, it's good to see you again. Thank you, Seals. Play TJ combos back to rise because you are back. What is that? I'm not sure. Glad to see you doing well. Heart goes out to you, and thank you very much. I appreciate it. Lumpy McGumby. So anyway, on to more cheerful things like Murderous Psycho. Keep in mind, this is the guy who wanted to play a victim. Changing the screen. See, for once I didn't forget. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Okay, good to see you doing well, man. Heart goes out to you and the family. Heart.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Behind closed doors. You're seeing it, right? No, as a producer watermark. That's I had to take that off the soundboard because it was so annoying to people. I'm serious. I have to, dude. I've been deeply entrenched. Maybe only second to the Actman in terms of how entrenched I have been in the Quantum TV saga. Oh, you're fucking right. I'm making a video about this tomorrow. Anyway, behind closed door, Quantum imagines killing Actman and his entire family in the days after their contentious back and forth last year. This has never been released until now. When he was mad at Actman, he would say if he had nothing to lose, he would go and kill him and the family, which was a normal reaction from him considering the events and what a big deal it was for him. So I was used to hearing him say stuff like this, but that's not the scary part. He said if he planned out the shooting... We miss you,
Rich. Glad you are back. For now, sending positive vibes to your daughter.
Thank you very much, Tower Dragon. But that's not the scary part. He said if he planned out the shooting, he would stake out the family while they were home, learn their daily routines, etc., wait until a major holiday like Christmas when everyone's guard was let down, and then get them all one by one. Yeah, this is just imagination. Dr. Sanchez, I will restart the stream for you.
Congratulations.
I'd like to belch directly into your face right now.
Well, this is fucking insane. He even planned who he would kill first, so he traumatized certain family members before they died. You thought I was being melodramatic.
Oh, please.
Surprise!
Who does he think he is? Predator?
No, but he is a mentally unstable fucking lunatic. Yeah, I am live. How long I'm live? If I do hit the goal, of course, I will stay live till 1. How long I'm live, I'm not sure. No, that was not a reason for me to bring up the goal again. I am not fucking Phil. And I'm not Phil. Well, why do you think his wife left him, dude? And then he has this following of, oh, I'm your divorce survival guide on TikTok. Yeah, get fucking bent. We all know you're a lunatic. Welcome back, Rich. Hopefully all is well. It's there, and I like to breathe directly and deeply in your chest right now, and kind of like Phil wants to belch directly in your face right now.
I'd like to belch directly into your face right now.
I think I think about that sometimes. How sick and fucked up that is. He is an animal. It's never anyone's place to kill for revenge. Only everence, but to go so far as to plan it on Christmas and call yourself a Christian, despicable. It's hard and disturbing to play back those moments, but it makes me feel grateful for where I am now. So, wait, was this said to Anonymous? I'm guessing so. I'm just going to keep it on my desktop because Google Fish knows that I'm a fucking slob. And then I just clean my desktop. I just nuke it once every few months. Fucking hell. No, Anonymous has been pretty... Our Rambo Tweety. When Quantum TV is spoken about, Rambo Tweety is here. How you feeling, by the way, man? Well, this is dark. Oh, I'm going to have an uplifting, lighthearted stream tonight and watch Phil begging. Oh, yeah, Quantum TV thought about mass killing everyone in the Actman's family. Oh, God, life is great, isn't it? Life is fantastic. It's just fucking rainbows and ponies butt-fucking each other. Oh, my God. Yeah, he's daydreaming and plotting to kill somebody. But he'll call the Actman's mom. And that's perfectly fine. Because and the thing is, now this is actually what you were getting at, valid point. He was making it like he's such a victim. He was making it, edema is flaring up, but going to the doctor tomorrow. Okay. He was he had guns too. He had guns. Hopefully they took them all. But he was the victim, right? Remember that? Always woe is me. Everyone's coming after me. By the way, I'm imagining ways of plotting and killing everyone in the Actman's family. Because he called out a fucking review for a game that I lied about playing. Let that part also sink in. So that makes this murderous daydreaming even more fucked. Because he was butthurt that someone called him out about a game he never played. It was called Elden Ring Bad Takes, the Actman's video. not playing the game and having opinion on it is the worst take that you can have. Being factually wrong about how the game is played, like you lose everything, not just your runes when you die. Runes, I know. Is a very bad take. That is, you can't tell someone misinformation. You could have an opinion, but when you give misinformation, it's fucking awful. You didn't play the game and got called out for it. And you want to plot to murder motherfuckers. Man. Danny the Foot, thank you. Why did the government and law enforcement go after the FTX guy and hasn't gone after Logan Paul? Well, it's not on as big of a level. That's partially why they choose the fish they want to fry first. But he may have some shit coming to him. If he's another one that gets away with it. I mean, we already know this, but there's two different sets of laws for the rich and for the average person. It's just how it is. It's fucked. Yeah, and like he should have worded that better. The Actman like said, if he comes on my property, I'll shoot him on sight. That little addition would have made a world of difference. But it's still like, if you had common sense, you would know like he wasn't going to be gunning after Quantum TV. It's kind of like when he did the parody stuff of like what the tweets about like YouTube employees. Was it a bad idea? Yes. Duh. But if you have was it also common sense that he was being sarcastic? Duh. It can be both. He needs to fucking, I don't know, man. He had guns and he was thinking about this shit too. That's the thing that, same with EDP. Fucking sitting there eating boneless chicken wings, dipping them in 5 gallons of fucking blue cheese sauce and holding them what? What did he have? Desert Eagle in his hands? I don't even know. Like, what the fuck is that about? Like, yeah, he's another one who is like daydreaming of killing people. And that dude still has guns. Oh, I didn't know about that, Classy. I knew he said he would love to go into like a Planned Parenthood and murder people. Shit you not. I'm sure Anonymous can verify that. Yeah. Dude, it's always violent with him. This is not... He wanted the Pulse nightclubs when he was talking about The Last of Us 2. I think he said he wished death. Maybe I'm wrong about this one. Let's say anyone who was like talking shit about him. He said he wanted, if a woman went into Planned Parenthood, he'd want to see her shot and killed because she deserved it. I think there's been another time where he's referred to violence. Yes, I've seen that video is brilliant to Phil. And now this. Dude's got problems. I don't even... Like, I know, I'm just speechless. Anyway, I got the screen cap saved. Holy shit. Like, I don't even know what to fucking say right now. We actually watched that on stream too, Kyle. Fantazen, glad I'm enjoying being back. I was working on another record. I'll play a little bit of it now, and then we'll go into Phil. I already have This is actually not mine. That's actually a UK hip-hop group called Jack the Union, which I actually talked to them back in 06 on MySpace. On MySpace. Anyway, see, I got Phil locked and loaded. It needs more mixing. I need to fix these vocal samples I have. But this is my next record, which is in the process of being worked on.
Damn, I sleep only probably 4 hours out the day, every day. So think about it, 4 hours out the day, every day. I'm up every night, all night, riding, sometimes lurking. So you only sleep 4 hours a day? Damn, nigga. Only 4 hours a day.
Smile at the camera. Show how you look. Mouth from.
I'll let it play for like 30 seconds. Where they're gonna rap, so I'm not gonna have as many drops. But then, watch. And I'll show you another drop, so I'm not.
I don't understand life, real life shit.
Why is it so quiet? What was I? I was stone mixing the voice, the vocals. I could hear it.
I don't understand life, real life shit, real life shit, real life.
Better.
Who wildin'? Who wildin'? Who wildin'?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
All right. Just one more drop and I'll stop.
Fool, man. Fool.
So that I've been almost making like a record a day. Anyway, let's go into some Phil shit. Yeah, I got to do more with the vocals and stuff like that. Quasi, thank you. I see you. I'm derping right now. So, this fucking side picture of Phil. We'll start. There's just so much, man. We'll start here. What's up, Chris Dennis? How are you? Yes, I know about the Quantum Cat crap, and I got the picture saved. I will be talking about that tomorrow. That is definitely fucking newsworthy.
Breasts.
So here we go. Sorry.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Code, drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Am I planning to do an interview with Mutahar?
Why does he always say names like this? I already got to stop. Just say the fucking name. You know Mutahar. You've talked. You know him. You have him blocked on fucking Twitter. X, Y, Z. You have him blocked. You know who is Mutahar? Who is Moist Critical? Can I have you're a jackass for 100? Donald Trump's tremendous spray tan taint. Thank you for being here. Why is it like Mutahar?
When you say Mutahar, isn't that guy? Some Ordinary Gamers, I think is his name on YouTube. So if you want, would you like to hear the story? Because basically this happened. I guess there was a little bit of interaction with me and him on Twitter a couple months ago, and literally no one has asked me.
So why are you calling him Mutahar? Even less of a, you know who you've just verified. You know who he is, so you know how to say his name right. Fucking Captain Masturbating Grandor. Who is Mutahar? Rich Hard Masuccini. You know what? I don't know why Donald Trump's tremendous, beautiful taint made me think this. I've been fucking with mini disc a lot. I am going to make a video. I've been doing the music for me as kind of a therapy thing, and I'm still going to keep doing it. I have this like drive in me. But one thing I want to do is start making like weird ass videos about mini disc. I bought a Dolby S cassette deck, which I'm actually you're going to fucking find this cool, where I'm going to take after the beat is like, that was not mixed. That needs a lot more mixing. I want to take my beats and put them over to a high-end analog cassette deck. I bought a Sony Dolby S cassette deck fully refurbished and then put them back so it gives it more of an analog sound. Will it make that much of a difference? Probably 0.00001%, but will it be cool? Yes. Will I make a video on it? Yes. Will I make a video on mini disc? Yes. I actually found a cool way with a Bluetooth receiver. You could record whatever the fuck you want to onto a mini disc and it'll sound CD quality. That's a cool video. The Roman Victor, you're foaming at the mouth for these videos is what you're saying. So you see the trailer for Trump versus the Illuminati? No, I have not. What happened to the song from your shorts? You gotta talk to Jay about that. He uses a lot of music. Yeah, but if you're very JFE, I hear you, but if you're talking about people that are true gangsters, those that know that to lurk, real power lurks in the shadows. That's different. If you are a fucking mentally ill psychopath, you may say so. Elliot Rodger, for example, was a fucking lunatic and made videos saying, I'm gonna kill people. And then he killed people. Why? Because he was fucking insane. So, not always. I hear what you're saying, but not always.
About this since then. So basically, I guess the guy doesn't like me. And he's done many stories about me over the years, how he hates me.
We don't dislike you, Phil. I don't dislike you. I know you dislike me. I don't dislike you. I genuinely don't. But we're going to see many examples as to why I enjoy talking about you. Almost got LASIK today. A drunk swerved onto the sidewalk and missed me by a holy shit. And what's crazy is, with that, is it always seems to be the drunk driver that lives. Isn't that weird and fucked up?
How he thinks that I'm a bad person, a bad gamer.
You add in the bad person, Phil. It's a Gundam hasn't called you a bad... He's literally said, do I think Phil is a bad person? No. Do I think he lies? Yes. Where is the lie in that? To you, you interpret that in your fucking grandeur brain as being that we don't like you. But it's not true. I genuinely like Phil. I would kiss him on the nipple. The left one only, though. You'd have to pay for the right one.
Very much unfairly... I make YouTubers look bad. I have no idea how he ever came to that conclusion, but apparently he doesn't like.
Oh, yeah. If it's a Gundam hated him, he would let him know.
Okay? So... a few months ago, for whatever reason, I can't even remember what it was. Like, someone had...
Yeah, that curated shit. Hopefully there's a video here talking... That's his new thing, his curated content. Like, it's the Louis Vuitton of content. RTU streams depends how modern the tape. On some older tape, you could hear the head of the tape hit the tape and slowly speed up to play RPM. It's dope. I would love to get, like, a reel-to-reel. Now, I got something else I'm going to make a video on. I'm going to be making videos. Yes, I really am, USA. This is the We Are Rewind. It's like allegedly a good portable cassette deck and recorder in 2023. I know TechMoan had a video and he had a mixed feelings on it. But they've made improvements since then. I think that video was a couple years ago. It's a portable cassette recorder / player. So, yeah, I know the reviews were mad, but they've revised it since a lot of those reviews. Like they've improved Bluetooth as well. So we'll see. I hear they've listened to people's concerns and fixed them. Is it true? Who the fuck knows? By the way, this is as unbiased as it'll get. What the fuck was in my mouth? Because I bought this. So, there you go. Yeah, what? No way.
What? No way.
I'm reviewing technology in the USA. Also, thank you for watching my videos again. My channel's not dead. Only took 5 months after all the shit went down, at least, to revitalize it, but that's a different story.
I said that they wanted to interview me again. Now, I had an interview earlier this year. You know how it went. I told you guys I'm not interested in any further interviews. I don't give two shits about
Thank you,
anyone has to
Cheetah
say.
Man.
I just want to make my content and be left alone. Correct?
Actually, the Sony one is fucking exploding. The Logan Paul one's doing above average.
In fact, really the reason I'm not interested in an interview is how it affected you guys. You guys told me for like 2 months after that Side Scrollers interview that all it was drama for you guys, and you didn't want to deal with that. You just wanted to have...
Oh my God, Phil, you're making it like these are people that live in your house and they're hearing mommy and daddy argue, or their roommates get into drunken fights, depending on their living situation. They don't care. They don't care that much. They don't. Really, you sound great and you look hard. And he looks hard. I have the stoned voice right now, though. You could hear it. I get the Barry White voice when I'm stoned. So we'll see. If nothing else, like, I actually bought a new Tascam. It was a CD tape deck combo. Holy fuck, even on that. That thing was... Damn right I brought that motherfucker back. That thing was $650 and the tape deck sounded like shit. It sounded worse than this in TechMoan's video, and that was allegedly the pre-revised version of this portable cassette deck. And this thing's $100 and something. That was $649. What the fuck happened there, Tascam? Seriously? Like, I get you're not going to have Dolby. I get Dolby is dead. It's been dead. I think they stopped licensing Dolby noise reduction, in 2014? But Jesus Christ, at least do a competent recording. Anyway. I'm shocked Logan, after the Japan thing got out of Japan, how law enforcement there didn't detain him is beyond me. I don't know what the laws are in Japan. I don't know how that would work. He got demonetized for a while. Why is everyone talking about Mia Khalifa today? Did she run around the street with her titties out or something? Like, Mia Khalifa's been in the chat. I'm just curious. I don't care.
Phone with me on stream and you
I think she's hot, so.
hated that it went that way. Please don't do this nonsense anymore. So I've done my best this year to stay out of drama. Correct?
No, you haven't, Phil. Which, again, is fine. I always say that. But stop saying you're not about something when you're about it. You're about that. You're about that drama life, Phil. You live in those drama streets.
Correct? So, basically, I guess there was discussion on like Twitter, and again, I don't.
So again, it's 10:42. We're at 207.99. If we hit 250 by 11, I'll stay up until 1, and we'll just fuck around. There's so much to catch up with. Maybe we'll start with the Boogie video.
I don't know, because I have all these people blocked or whatever. I'm not paying attention. That people wanted to interview me, and I guess this guy Mutahar was one of them.
See, he knows how to say it. You know how to fucking say it. That's some weird thing that you do when you're trying to be holier than thou. Who is this Mutahar that you speak of? I'm on my soapbox right now, and I don't know who this Mutahar is you speak of. Let them eat cake while I fap. That's why. Yeah, I forgot the 2988 part. PRS, good point.
And he had said that he was going to pay me $5,000 for an interview. All right? But I had him blocked on Twitter. He's like, if people could get him to unblock me, I'd like to talk to him. All right? So I unblocked him, and he DM'd me, and all he basically said was, I want to do an interview with you. I'll pay you $5,000 for it, and I want to cover common questions and things that people have on the internet about you. He says it would not be personal, meaning when he says that, it would not be about your wife, it would not be about family members, it would essentially be about you and your streaming, your business, and how you operate your business, and all kinds of shit like that. Right? And really it was a very nice message. He was very respectful. And within that day, I responded right back to him. I said, first of all, and this is, I'm just paraphrasing, but first, I said, first of all, I'm not accepting any payment for any interview. I refuse. I'm not important enough of a person to accept payment for an interview. So
why? Whatever. Anyway, he's Phil. He makes no fucking sense.
The answer is no. I would not accept your offer of $5,000. I said, if you want to pay something, you could donate it somewhere. If we did an interview.
I don't understand you. You were just literally begging today for money for games. Someone wants to pay you for an interview, which is common in the industry. I've never paid anybody. But you won't take that? That's a bridge too far. Donate that to charity. I don't need it. By the way, I can't afford, allegedly, to buy all the games. Which one is it, Phil? Are you in a financial position that you could turn down $5,000, or are you living hand to mouth? What did I... Oh. What is wrong about taking money for an interview, Phil? What? Explain to me what, in your deranged mind, that goes against your moral standards. Explain it.
Go donate $5,000 to a charity. Or we could talk about a charity to donate it to, because I don't want to be a part of accepting payment for an interview. But hey, maybe if it goes to a good cause...
I don't fucking get him, man.
And something good comes out of it, right? And what I responded was, it's this simple.
Yeah, it's a paid appearance. What the fuck is the big deal? He didn't say, hey, would you come here for $5,000? I'll pay for your flight. I'll give you $5,000 to suck my dick while my wife watches. Oh, that's just wrong. It's not like he's asking you to do that. Christ, that's disgusting. Holy fuck. Maybe I should have not come back from streaming. But you get my point. Like, dude, it's just a fucking interview. Like, he wanted to pay you because he knew he would get the turnaround from it. Whoop-de-fucking-do.
I don't want to talk about the same drama shit that everyone already asked me about. Like, the whole point of me doing that interview with Side Scrollers in March was very simple. So that all of the answers are in one spot. If you want to see my side or my take or my...
Yeah, it'll be on X videos. It's Casty.
Answers on some of those, what I feel are really stupid personal questions that have nothing to do with my business. But if that's what you want, the answers are there. They already asked all the questions. I answered to the best of my ability, and those answers are never going to change because they're truthful.
So what, Phil? People get interviewed. Celebrities, actual celebrities, even YouTubers get interviewed and talk about the same shit a billion times in different interviews with different people, but they talk about the same shit. Like Mike Tyson gets interviewed all the time. He'll tell a lot of the same stories, not because it's just how it is. It's their audience wants to hear the same story for that another podcast audience may not have. Like, oh, you're making my brain swell.
Right? So why, if you ask me an interview...
Abby, I'll never check your StreamLabs. How about that? There's only been one crap tape mechanism being made since like 20th. I know, Abby. I have done the research, and this is like they've like took it and modded it allegedly to make it better. I know it has a permanent erase head. Wah, 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 wah. Which means that the recordings will be nice and noisy. Yeah, I know. Abby, I have seen the video that you are talking about from Tech Mode. Why do you think I also picked up a fully refurbished Dolby S deck from Sony? I may have to look for a good used Walkman that was refurbished too, so I get the full experience if this sucks as much dick as people. But like I said, I have heard that I've seen some reviews of the revised one and people bought them. They weren't paid shills. Which I don't think you're a paid shill. Like, I've gotten review units that I get to keep. That's, who cares? But it wasn't like they were sponsored spots. Like the people were saying, it's revised. It's not great, but it's better and I like it. So we'll see. We shall see. Hey, Rich, love you, man. Love your content. Keep being great. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, dude. I appreciate everyone coming through. Like, my take on keeping a product after you review it is this. So long as you don't flip it and sell it.
Chat, Blackheart.
Hey, I told you, you should have missed me too much. We were talking on Facebook about that Bluetooth adapter. Because you got the OG stereo equipment so you could record all your shit from Spotify onto a tape or whatever you want. It's pretty cool. But thank you. I'm glad you're here. Rich, I uploaded image for you in an AI to replicate, and it came out hilarious. Dude, we have to have another AI night with Jay here. Jay will have to be here, though. Jay will have to be here. Like, we'll do requests. I'll figure out a fair-ish price. Doing like $1 we did that one time. Remember there was like 7,000 requests. It was just too insane. I don't know what the price should be. I don't want to make it too high. I don't want to make it too low. But it was like, I felt like a short order cook at a fucking restaurant except for AI images. What is the minimum amount for AI? I don't know. I got to think about it. But that would be if we find the right balance of price, that would be a fun stream for me. I'm not even just talking about money. It would just be fun. Because you know AI makes the most insane shit. Maybe 5, maybe 10. Text-to-speech, I'm going to keep at 15. People were happy with that. Because when I had it anything below that, it would just it would be every 3 seconds. Mike Tyson Texas pizza for perfection, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Just sit there and look at each pepperoni. Gotta make sure you gotta have like at least like 4 or 5 pepperonis on each slice. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because then it's just not a real pepperoni fucking pizza. So like, what the fuck is going on with this pizza, man? You gotta have like the ones that pepperonis that curl too. They look like nipples, and then they have the olive oil in the center, man. You know, that's a real pepperoni pizza. What the fuck am I doing? Let's watch Phil.
I received 0 contribution.
Or let's not.
Massa Phillips Drama Fillings donated $15.
What?
Bailey J can give me her cum and smother wit tits. I'm so high, I can speak Swahili, cruisin' down Block, on my chop, doin' wheelies, smokin' on this gas, got me feelin' real silly, real goofy. I can speak Spanish so I'm goin' to Chili's.
Those are lyrics from something, but like Chili's is like the most American Mexican restaurant on the planet. I think their food sucks, actually. Does anyone else here agree with me? If you don't, that's fine. That was a beautiful dono. That was. Yeah, Taco Bell. I actually like Taco Bell better than Chili's. Like, if I had to choose between the two, I'd fuck with Taco Bell first. Am I going to burn in hell for saying that? So, do mama, thank you. So, I think we need another AI night. I still have to buy Jay the headset because, look, I bought the fucking Pokemon game. Julie's probably rolling her eyes right now, but it's like, what am I going to do with it? It's Nintendo. You can't return it, so it's obviously going to fucking happen. The return date for the waifu headset.
0 contributions.
Chatterbait donated $15. Chatterbait request from Mia Khalifa their message.
Oh,
Hey
I
sexy
wish.
man, I am the hot mom in
Please.
your area. If you accept my request and your phone spazzes out, don't worry. That's because my tremendous breasts knocked your cell tower out. Throw farts at me.
Listen, Kyle, I don't care, but I'll still throw farts at you. Listen, you need intro guys for it. Actually, you know what would actually make... See, mini disc is still useful, dude. I was joking with intro guy last night. I don't know what... Why am I talking about farts? Whatever. And I'm like, hey, haha, just like the old days, I'm going to record your fart to mini disc. That actually would be a good way. I could just record each fart to mini disc and then just hook up my mini disc to... Yeah. See, mini disc is still relevant, goddammit. A lot of you are like, Rich, I'm fucking 22. What the fuck is a mini disc? Anyway. So, Mama, I think I thank you like 67 times, but thank you again. That's going to become a neat meme. Listen, I don't care about her politics. She could fart in my face. That's my take on Mia Khalifa. I don't know. What is her politics? I don't know. I don't care. The last thing I want to think, I have so much other shit going on that I don't know what the fuck is going on in Israel with Hamas, vice versa. I don't know. I would enjoy suffocating on Mia Khalifa's breasts. That's it. Anyway, back to Phil to tell you more.
And you ask me the same fucking questions that those guys asked me, you're going to get exactly the same answers. You have nothing different, right? So I said, so no, if the interview is going to be about that same stuff, then the answer is no, I'm not interested. However, if you want to do interviews about...
What are they going to do interviews about with you, Phil? Cooking? Hey, Phil, show us your great tomato sauce recipe, as you would say. What gives it the extra flavor? Do you dip your ball sack in the tomato sauce while it's piping hot? And does it scorch your nut hairs off? I need more weed. What are they going to talk to you about, Philium? What? Of course, this is because you talking about it right now. This is making it your brand. Christ almighty. Can Mia Khalifa come fart in my face, please? Then I saw, one thing I like, some girl was wearing a Sam Hyde shirt and everyone lost their mind. Like, could someone explain that to me? Like, I just like, oh, wow. Boil some nuts, man. You know what I'm saying? Why am I talking like Mike Tyson again? Like, I want that, listen, man, Mia Khalifa, she could sit on my fucking face. You know what I mean? Just fart on my face. Bringing some sexy cocoa back into this too. Where's Yo, man, we are 4 minutes away. We are what, 2:45:97. He wants a curated interview. Yes, literally. No, you're not. It's not even a joke. It is a well played joke. That's actually excellent. But he literally wants that. Philip, tell us why Hamburger Helper is not Italian. Oh, God. It's sexy. Save that face for a later AI pick. And again, I was talking about this yesterday. It ties into Phil. Yes, I know I'm pausing the video way too much. What else do you fucking expect from me? YouTube recommended history. I would go on YouTube, got done working on videos and producing something. I'm like, oh, let me see what Philip Burnell is up to. Literally, when I tuned in, where is X? Gabe is here, and he is maybe meet the goal.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Like, I swear to Christ, I tuned in. I don't know why I changed. I have an AI picture of Donald Trump with Jordan Peterson, and Jordan Peterson is shirtless. Don't ask me why. I was like, hey, that guy kind of looks like a longer bearded version of me and somewhat skinnier. So there. Oh, that's a thumbnail. But literally, fucking love this thing, dude. I just tuned into his stream. Literally, as I click on it, this is what he was fucking talking about. I shit you not. You always say to go to your content, Phil, for the real deal. So I did. YouTube recommended you to me. What's up, Pescator? How are you?
Any support tonight is greatly appreciated. You guys remember my goals. First of all, we lost a lot of members in the last day. Sadly, we lost like 60 members. They were all must have been gifted last month and they've expired. So one great way you could help the channel right now would either be become a member or to give some memberships to the channel. That would be appreciated. Or you could tip the stream. And as you know, every stream this week, I'm trying to hit the tips goal. We did hit it earlier today, but last
this is
night
what
we
I
were
tuned
far
into.
from it. So it'd be great if you could support the stream with tips tonight. That would be great. Thank you in advance. Okay.
What, Phil? What? What do you want me to do with this? Do you want me to lie and say that, like, now I actually upscaled it with AI because it was like you had to crop in. I'm like, I have to cut this because I literally tuned in and he's doing what he swears he doesn't do and that we always take him out of context. So I got the teeny tiny little corner he was in and I upscaled it with AI, which actually looks pretty good but also sucks the soul out of him. That is you, Phil. Sidorico, what is good?
Chicken, victory hand, tip it.
I like that the voice to speech said that. Thank you. Oh, Doja Cat. I don't know anything about that, broad. Think low tier god if he was a singer. She also ended up being in chat rooms with incels doing race play with her. Oh god, fuck. I don't want to know. Life is stressful enough as it is. Mia Khalifa could fart in my face. Let's go. Anyway, that is when I tuned in. This is what is happening. Why is Chingy trending in the United States? I like it when they do it right. Oh, what the fuck is... Jermaine Dupri is like 4 feet tall. Why is he staring at him like he wants to munch on his jacket? What is... She still looks like exactly the same. The brat. Is that Bow Wow? Yes, it is. He is hip thrusting and Jermaine Dupri is like, this is like, why the fuck are you? Put your dick away, son. That's what that look is. He's like, will you stop? You got leather pants on and you're hip thrusting in front of me. I will smack the shit out of you. That's what Jermaine Dupri's saying in that picture. Probably not, but whatever. Why is it? Damn, man. That is... God, that song from Chingy. That fucking clap. The clap for the snare. You heard that shit. I even used it in records I was producing back then. Corny ass shit. That clap from right there. It is piercing my brain right now. I could vividly picture using that clap as a snare. This stream is a disaster. Whatever. Let's go. He looks like he's about to come.
I'm gonna come.
About anything else. You want to talk about games? You want to talk about hey, my work.
So hey, they'll talk let's talk about games with oh wait, hold on.
Oh, we'll play games. We can definitely play games.
Why is that at 6,000 fucking decibels? with a developer. You're not a developer, Phil. He's going to say something stupid here. I think I heard part of it. Rich, I just let out a thick fart. Yes. All right, hold on. I love birds. I love birds. I love birds. No, it sucks, Dick, is because there's a delay with this microphone. Even if I'm singing on tempo, it sounds off tempo to you. I listened to his stream and just realized that. Fuck.
Breastfeed it, 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 breastfeed it. Cucumbers.
Make a beat off that. I'll beat off to that. I'm gonna be doing this. Oh, it's already 11. I'm alright. I could hold down till 1. Let's go. Let's go.
Ethic. Hey, you know what? If people had an issue with the
Phil, did you really say talk about your work ethic?
About anything else. You want to talk about games? You want to talk about hey, my work ethic?
Phil, is a person who does something similar to you. It's not that you're putting highlighted clips together that are edited. You are literally, what is he gaming? 5 hours a day? And then you're just chopping them up in 10-minute segments and uploading them out of order. Which I don't even understand why you do that. Just leave the whole stream up. Like, why do you take down your stream and just re-upload it in chunks? And better yet, why do you always beg for likes when if you're going to take down the mainstream anyway, who the fuck cares about the 100 likes? 100 likes is not going to help you in the algorithm anyway. So, you know what?
You take the bubbles and shut them up your fucking ass. How about that?
That other edible was a mistake. That was it's a mistake that I'm okay with, though. You listen, man, I'm just taking, Mike Tyson's taking a dump right now, man. I'm just taking this big ass shit, man. I just had these burritos. You know what I'm saying? They had extra protein in those burritos, man. And it smells like eggs, whatever's coming out of my ass. Like, what the fuck, man? Yo, stop with me doing the Mike Tyson impression. Stop it. You know what?
And he looks hard.
Hey, you know what? If people had an issue with the amount that they think I e-beg, fine, we could talk about that. I'm down for that. But the thing is, I don't want us to talk about the same bullshit that people keep bringing up over and over. The fucking mobile game shit and the fucking bankruptcy shit. The shit that's no one's business, by the way.
It's no one's business, but you make it people's business. And also when you say, I don't play mobile games, but I do, but I don't, you talk about it. It raises an eyebrow. If you didn't talk about it, you can have a masturbating in public stalls edition at the urinal, like that guy in Grand Central back in the early 2000s. Not going into the whole story again. I wasn't the guy masturbating, by the way. I'll put the key part in there. Was not me. No one would care if you didn't talk about it. I mean, you should get arrested for doing that, but you get my point. You talk about it, so everyone's going to be like, hey, Phil, hey, we're going to interview. Why do you masturbate in public stalls?
And now I'm going to masturbate.
Yes, why do you? Abby's just like, listen, come on my face. He's just getting straight to the point now. Breastfeed me your breast, Rich. I could go for a pair of breasts in my face. Yeah, there's something else I probably should not have said.
It never should have been anyone's business. It's stuff that people force to the forefront as a reason not to like me, despite the fact it has...
Because, Phil, you were just literally doing it where you were talking about not just a clip that I saw when I literally tuned in, you were begging. Like, guys, I'm really going to be short on buying games this month. I could have had a $5,000 fucking dollars from Mutahar for an interview, which is perfectly fine and there is nothing morally wrong with it. But instead, I'm going to beg my 10 horny men that watch me. You make no sense. You are obtuse. You are a unsolvable riddle of masturbation. What the fuck does that even mean? Been a while. Rich graduated from uni. Hope you're well. Yeah, hope you're well too, man. I'm here. That's I'll leave it at that.
Has nothing to do with what I do on my streams at all. Nothing, right?
But it does, because that's all you do.
How many times have we talked about that stuff in the last many months that I've told you guys I'm done with drama? Zero. How much fun have we had on stream because we're not talking about it?
He can't be serious. Like, there's times that maybe Phil really is this excellent actor that's so good that he could pretend to act like a bad, like you can't be real. You can't. Sometimes he has less self-awareness than Quantum TV, he's on the brink of becoming a serial killer. I would just show up to the Actman's house during the holidays, and I would, systematically murder them in a certain order to traumatize the person that I hate the most. But, Christian straight man here. Oh, man. Yeah, maybe Phil is secretly this is like the true, like he knows, he really, like, I don't know he's not, obviously, but he lacks self-awareness on a level that is, it's almost fictional, but it's not. He's real, he's here, and he stroked his penis on May 1st, 2016 while the camera was on. In case I haven't mentioned that 60 million times.
Tons, right? So that's why the fuck would I ever have to bring that shit up ever again? It doesn't affect any of the content we make together. So
we know you are making the content. Stop with this. So he borderline does have kind of like a cult. It is kind of true what people say about Philium. You are making content. People watch it. Good night. That's it. It's really... And most of your audience is detractors making clips of you who have a side hustle that helps, like, keep that pays their electric bill and their internet bill. Literally curating your drivel content. God bless them. Call of Duty, Snort Hogan, Snort Burnell, doing God's work. Sifting through the piles of, as the Gundam would say, piles of trash. That is your content. You actually owe them a thank you. Because if it wasn't for the track actors, you'd be working a real job. Until you got fired.
What, again.
Which, let's keep it real. With my interesting, very public internet history, I wouldn't last long at it. Not that I wouldn't be competent at the job, but so a hater would call in within 72 hours and be like, yeah, Rich buttfuck horses in front of the Poughkeepsie Galleria Mall with a swastika on his chest. Is there any evidence of that, sir? No. All right, we're going to fire him anyway. It's like, it's just how it is. So there I will say that's true with Phil. Like, motherfuckers, like it even happened to Wings of Redemption. No matter how nice his nipples are, he was doing, I don't know, Uber Eats or DoorDash, or ban anybody who says DoorDash. And the trolls found out where he worked and got him and his wife fired from it. I majored in fisting myself in masturbation. You want some up, dog? Been a while, Rich. So, right? So, Luke, I hope the real world's treating you well. Yes, just Sail Bandit's incredible. We were talking about that before. There is just phase out the next digital edition. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It's cheaper. Like, if you just buy the digital edition, which now the barely $50 price difference really makes it fucking stupid to buy, and then want to get the disc drive later, it's more expensive than just buying the PS5 Slim, I guess you could call it, with the disc drive. What the fuck was Sony thinking? What, because you get an extra 200-ish gigabytes of storage? Oh, wow, so a Call of Duty update. Yay! Oh, man.
It's like to entertain these morons.
That had to be... That's probably why he retired. Well, he was like... Jim Ryan was like, all right, we're going to charge more for the PlayStation 5 Digital Edition and still be $4.99 for the full PlayStation 5. But, sir, what isn't like the $100 difference the reason why, Mr. Ryan, that people buy it? Yeah, but they could just buy the disc drive later, and then we could just like, you can't tell me. Here's the thing, too. I'll stop with my terrible Jim Ryan impression. The reason why companies redesign a console, like refresh it, also is to make it cheaper. So these consoles are cheaper to manufacture. There'd be no other reason to revise them unless they finally had the tech to make them cheaper to make. And they're charging more for the digital edition when it's don't tell me that the extra 200 gigabytes of extra storage you're getting justifies it. That just smells of Jim Ryan. That smells like such a Jim Ryan move. Just get Sony $3.99 for the digital. What are you doing? If you want to make it where, if they made it $3.99 and the disc drive was, what is it, $80 or whatever, US dollars, I could be like, all right, it's still the $100 difference. They're trying to incentivize you to, like, hey, well, no, it actually still would be cheaper for $300 to whatever. You get my point. It's stupid. The pricing is stupid. Let's go.
Out there who just want to keep doing ridiculous.
Yeah, you end up paying $30 extra if you get the disc drive later on. It is insanely stupid. It is insanely Jim Ryan. It smells like his hair. Thank you, Moonshade. I appreciate that. It's Josh Jones. I missed you on here, dude. Love the new music. Thank you very much. I appreciate the love I'm getting on the Blood Money Noriega remix, right? That's the record, the beat I produced that. So, it's humbling to see some of those comments. And this, yes, I forgot about that, Doom Mama. That's a good point. The stand, if you want to, right now, you can buy a PlayStation 5, and the stand that comes with it, as weird and awkward as it is designed to keep the console stable both vertically and horizontally. These new PlayStation 5s, you have to, which all of my PlayStation 5s are vertical, digital or not. Now, if you want to have it vertical, the only stand it comes with can have it horizontal. You have to pay extra to have it vertical, which is something that was included in the current PlayStation 5 models. You can't make this shit up. Wow.
Stuff, right? The interview in March served the purpose that it
then you wonder why Jim Ryan retired.
served, and it's good for that. You want to see my answers to bullshit?
Oh, it is a fat Sony L.
Shit, watch the interview. You don't have to believe my answers, but you know what my answers are. There's no point.
What is up, my mammals?
My mammals? You make it like I'm a giant ape with breasts, which is accurate.
we're doing a second interview about the
Thank you for being a member for almost 2 years, too.
same topics. My
Yeah, where's Jesse's? I mean, I haven't been streaming, so I haven't noticed. I hope Jesse's well.
answers will never change because it's truthful answers from me. Okay? So, what I did bring up, I said, I think if you want...
Dude, I hope that they rethink things and make it... First off, like I said, you know for a fact that when these revisions of consoles come out, they're doing it to make the manufacturing process cheaper. Don't tell me the extra storage, which is barely going to make a dent with how big games are, is what is the reason why it's like, hey, it's justifiable to raise the price of the digital edition. No. I hope they rethink it and make it $3.99.
Want to have a good interview.
It seems like a lot of people joined late. That means YouTube sends out notifications whenever. It's like, wait, he's streaming again? Oh, wait, people might want to see him. Nah, we don't need to send out notifications. That's fine.
Sure, let's bring up the
Natsu, Birds B.
stuff that you don't like about me, like the e-betting or whatever, but let's...
Yeah, and think about that too. Oh my, like, why are we even watching the video? Think about this too. Usually when they come out with revisions of consoles, at worst, they stay the same price. They don't go up in price. Usually they go down. What the fuck? I don't think the next Xbox is going to be $4.99. They're fucking up too. The cylinder Xbox is going to be $4.99, and it's just not going to have a disk drive. Well, okay.
Let's talk about that side-scrollers interview. Let's talk about how those guys all became fucking snakes after the fact, and literally for the last many months have profited directly off of slandering me and everything about me. Because I think that would be something people would like to hear.
Look, as much as they are snakes for different reasons, the one time they did a decent job with interviewing someone and they weren't just kissing their ass was with you.
About. Because it's pretty obvious that's exactly what they've done. And
oh, hi, Melanie Mac. Thank you for being on the show. Does Jesus Christ sniff your farts? And if so, how does he say they smell delicious? Excellent job of interviewing, Craig. 10 out of 10.
Take a look at their behavior, not only with me, but others since then. I think that would be a great interview exposing how bad they are as people, as content creators, right? I'm willing to talk about that or anything else you want. Just don't ask me the same questions, okay? So that was my response to him. I have never heard from him since. No response whatsoever. He just, as if I never responded. Didn't even say, oh, thanks for the response. He just never responded.
Because it's frustrating, Phil. You make no sense. What is so morally reprehensible about doing a paid interview? You make it like the lights are going to be shut off any second, but you won't take 5,000 to... So what? They're the same questions. They're the questions that people want to ask. You make it public. It's not private shit. And you walk away with $5,000 in your pocket.
Did you see Halo Infinite is adding the AUG Halo CE armor to Infinite? Seems they're finally getting around to live service.
And it seems they're finally giving a shit about Halo Infinite. It is fun to play online. It is. Yeah, it's free money for a fucking... It would be like probably like 2 hours of his fucking time. Easy as fun. Interview me for 5,000. Let's go.
So the answer is, no, I'm not doing an interview with this guy, because apparently he wasn't interested in anything besides the same exact drama questions that have already been asked, expecting that my answers would change, which they were not going to, because I've already said my piece of the truth about the situation, and that's that. So, there you go. It's that simple, right? So, if they're not going to get what they want out of it, and no, it didn't hit a spam folder because it was through DMs on Twitter. So he definitely read it. He just didn't care for my answer, and that was it. Never heard from him again. So there you go.
Yeah, well. You're dumb. It's literally effortless money. Effortless money. Which, hey, if there's nothing else to not answer, Phil, then what's the big fucking deal? Wow, there's a lot of videos of this man. A lot of videos of the man. Oh, that was the one we were watching. I can't sit through his fighting sessions. Alright, so we'll watch this one. Skip this one. I don't care about his Assassin's Creed take.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
What's up, Tanuki Jumpman? How are you?
Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was the 6th of October 2023, my first day back from a break, and a good day, because this week we got so much awesome stuff coming up, but in particular, today we had a fun Level 1 podcast covering a bunch of topics, and in addition to that, we had a brand new game release and another interesting test with a very interesting result in Street Fighter 6, so let's get to it. Podcast today covered a lot of topics. There was the Phil's Day Off segment, there was game...
Why is the Phil's Day Off segment? I know that's beating a dead horse that's fucking nothing but a skeleton now. I just find it amazing that Phil's Day Off, like that just... It says so much about him. He's like, I am so interesting that you want to know what my mundane tasks are. Dude, you're not Eminem with his daughter Haley at a fucking football game. I don't even know. You're Phil going grocery shopping with We Think Cat.
Gaming news. The one gaming meat of it was the discussion about...
Listen, I'm going to fucking slap you on your gaming meat.
What had happened back on Wednesday night when...
I'm not really going to slap anybody.
I had done a test in Street Fighter 6 playing Master Blanca. Here's what happened. In a nutshell, I had played online and tracked how many players actually played on the same platform as me, PS5.
Oh, yeah, I know he's throwing breadcrumbs out there to like get a gaming PC. I've seen him. I believe they are breadcrumbs.
And how many were cross-platform? A whopping 23 out of 27 players I played were cross-platform, meaning almost no one in Master Ranking that I was getting matched with was on PlayStation. They were all on PC. There was 2 Xbox...
Oh, he hasn't used the mini PC, huh?
...players, but 21 PC players. I want you to think about that. Over 50% of the people who bought this game own it on PS5, but 80% of the people you play at Master are all on PC. Do you think there's probably a reason? Yeah, because they all have found a way to get an advantage over the console players. Whether it's less input delay, less dropped inputs, whatever it may be, they definitely have found a way to tweak their systems, and they're getting a better experience playing on PC. That's unfair. That really is. Essentially,
I don't know if that his stats are true.
It means you need a gaming PC to play this at the highest level, and that's completely unfair. All right? So,
I don't think that sounds like a load of shit.
After having reviewed these results on...
But, again, I don't have any numbers to back that up. Maybe he is accurate. I don't know. I don't really care enough.
The podcast this morning, people challenged me that tonight I would play with crossplay disabled. What does that mean? It means that tonight when I played Street Fighter 6 and Master Blanca, that I would have it set so that I would only play people on PS5. My haters essentially challenged me and said, we know what's going to happen, Phil. You're still going to lose. You're going to lose just as much tonight as you did before. You're going to embarrass yourself.
What's up, Pescator?
Everything you said previously about the PC players having an advantage is wrong, because you're going to fail miserably against the PlayStation players too. All right, I said challenge accepted. We'll do it tonight. Now, the big news was tonight's Street Fighter Extreme Friday Night Fights. Tonight, I only played PlayStation 5 players with Master Blanca. I had disabled crossplay. Here's the results. No exaggeration. I had a winning night in a big way. I won twice as much as that I lost. All right? I gained over 100 Master Ranking points. And then I ended up losing like 30 by the end of the night. So overall, it was like a gain of 70. I went back above 1,500 ranking points again for Master Rank. But it would suck because I had like 1,530. But I was like, oh, I just want to get 2 more matches in, and then it was a big mistake. I should have never done it. But, yeah, basically, here's what we saw. At first, did it take longer to find matches? Yes, it did. Absolutely, it did. But after a while, it picked up. Overall, there is less of a variety playing only PlayStation players. Reason being, there's just not as big of a player pool in Master as there is if you're playing cross-platform. So I end up playing the same people. I played the same player 3 times, a Blanca 2 times, a Ryu at least 2 times. So out of the, 21, 22 matches I did tonight, probably, no exaggeration, maybe a third of them were the same people over and over.
Why? Bro, I didn't... This is like a shareholders meeting. What are you doing? What are you doing, Filbert?
And that sucks. That's what I'm going to be facing if I turn off cross-platform. But I was on equal footing with these people, and I...
So, yeah, you're not going competitive, so just stay on PS5 then if you really think this fucking conspiracy theory is out there. Rich, you gave me a new experience. I had your stream open with my room door open and my bathroom door up. I heard you... I had to hear Phil while I washed my balls. Do I still have that on here? No, I don't. I have...
No, Daddy, no. No, Daddy, no.
I gotta use that more. That's still good. That's from the Elden Ring days. Haven't played that in a while. I used to play that shit every day, even after I beat it.
Proved the haters wrong yet again by having an incredibly winning night, gaining tons of master rank points, showing that when I'm on equal footing with everyone else, I can win. And yeah, I had a great night. It was as if it was before.
He's always over-explains, dude. That's why he thinks like his day off is a big deal. He always over-explains, dude.
The issues of hitting master rank and playing all PC players. It was basically fair. And yeah, I did good. I mean, I still had rage. There were still matches where I just don't know why people were getting lucky and beating my ass. It was pretty annoying, but at the same time, I'm playing better. I'm learning. I'm doing better executions. Right?
You know he's going to have an awful night not playing crossplay, and I'd love to see what he says then.
Right? And overall, people really enjoyed the stream. They told me that was the best master stream I've done so far, and they're looking forward to more if I can keep playing at that level. But the thing is, it seems like the only way I can play at that level is playing only PlayStation, because if I play against cross-platform, PC, they have an unfair advantage, and they just get they literally get all their moves, they don't drop combos, and they can react faster than me. That's not fair. Now, what's going to happen if...
How is that the case? I'm sure Capcom would have... I don't know. That just sounds suspect to me.
If I continue to climb the ranks in Master, but I leave it on PS5, there's probably no high-level players on PS5 playing this. Seriously. Like, how much do you want to bet?
I thought you just said that 50% of the people playing Street Fighter V are on, I guess maybe Master rank. There's not as many.
All the pro players are on PC because they want the best connection, and basically they're all like 2,000 more ranking points. What if I hit 2,000? I never play a pro player. I can't find them, right? So, I don't know. It's kind of like a trade-off, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of... Didn't you just... No, didn't he spend $400 on the controller to get an advantage?
It's like, no matter what, I'm at a disadvantage. Either I only play the PlayStation players...
Yeah, it was $400. Natsu Birdsby. It's like I had to get a pair of monitor headphones. Oh, only $160. I mean, that's not cheap, but not bad. But then it needs a 250 ohm headphone preamp. And my Focusrite ain't pumping that out. So I had to buy a DAC.
And then I can never play the known players, which is a big reason to get high ranked in this game.
Digital Foundry said there's no advantage on PC. He's fishing for PC money. Yeah, Phil wants a new toy. He wants a 4090.
Or I play the great players, but I'm at an unfair advantage because they're all on PC and they have better reactions, better response, less delayed or dropped inputs than I do. It's like, why'd they make the game like this? If you're going to have it cross-platform, everyone should be having the equal experience, and it's obvious that's not the case. So, once again, stuck into the haters, which is great. Twice in a row.
Yeah, it's almost like you could have had a PC that would have definitely played Street Fighter V, no problem. Oh, wait. Sucks for you. Wait, of course, when it comes to Street Fighter, he cares about what haters say and not to be in his little bubble of cult. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's the PC player's fault. Who the fuck plays fighting games? No, actually, I bought Mortal Kombat, but I more so bought that. It actually is a fun game. I actually like Mortal Kombat 1. I really didn't give a fuck about it. But no one really buys fighting games for PC unless times have changed. You know? You buy them on console. Wasn't it one of the matches they had recently where everyone
Why is Chad obsessed with Mia Khalifa tonight?
I don't know, Because I guess she had a weird take on what's going on with shit. But she could fart in my face, though, and I would sniff it like a rose. That's fine. It's okay.
Proving my point. Number one, proving the vast majority of people in Master Rank are on PC for a good reason. Number two, not playing against them, did incredibly well, had my best Master night ever, won way more than I lost, got a ton of Master points, and on my way to climb up and get better. So, there you go. Everything that I've said so far seems to be correct. We have the evidence to prove it, and it was a great night. Overall, support was decent today. Hit my tips goals, which I'm in.
Yeah, I think we'll watch the Boogie. Watch the Boogie. We'll watch the Boogie after this, because I don't know how much more I could take. Phil. Oh, no, we'll watch one more of Phil where he gets butthurt about Lies of P, because it's really weird. And then we'll go on to Boogie. I need some diversity.
Interested in, obviously, but I am a little nervous. The members have slowed down. We lost a bunch last week, and I'm trying to climb back up. Hopefully, we'll get more of those by the end of the week. We'll see. But so far, great streaming day. Had a great time with everyone. All right. Tomorrow, I'm dreading. It's supposed to be 80-something degrees outside. As of this morning, it's like 83. And I don't have air conditioning anymore. You know, it's the middle of fall now. Autumn. I took out the air conditioners because we're supposed to have cool weather. And we did have cool weather for like 2 weeks.
You're a hot
man.
man.
But if it's 80-something degrees outside tomorrow and I have no air conditioner, it's going to be like 100 degrees in here. And I got to play Assassin's Creed and listen to this. Tomorrow night's late stream. The Lies of P Endgame.
So, Phil, what do you have, a window air conditioner? Why don't you just seal it up, too, dude? Why don't you... They have the things that you could sell on Amazon. Why, like, especially with climate change, just to keep it real... You may have those random warm days. Remember in 2015, it was like 60 degrees on Christmas.
Where I'm going to be trying to take on the toughest bosses in this effing game.
And sweating. Oh my god.
In that amount of heat, it's like...
Whatever shall you do, Phil? This man with his incredible work ethic.
I'm going to do my best. I can't...
Yeah, we'll watch that Lies of P video about Phil and watch him get really weird and insecure, and then we'll go on to Boogie, because, man, my Phil stamina is depleting.
Promise you guys that I'm going to beat Lies of P tomorrow, being honest. If it's really that hot and I can't even focus, I'm sweating, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens tomorrow, but I'm going to be playing Assassin's Creed, you know, all day, main daytime stream in here, get further in, past the intro. We'll see how good the game is past the intro. And, of course, I'm dying to see how Lies of P ends. You know, that boss, I was doing...
Yeah, it's his 15-year legacy.
Really well against that boss back...
Academy Award winner Philip Burnell.
On Wednesday, and I ran out of time, so I can't wait to tackle that.
Like, that's what I'm bringing that up for. Making sure nothing important. Okay, good. So how hot is it there? How hot is it there? It is as hot as between my ass cheeks when I'm going for a walk.
That boss again, was there Lexasia or whatever, and then continue on, see what's past that. I know we're near the end of the game, so I hope you'll join me tomorrow. Should be
sex bot time. Oh, that must mean I'm over 700 plus concurrent viewers.
A great streaming day all day long, and I'll be sweating my balls off in heat. All right, thank you all. Enjoy the...
Oh no, well, you have to play video games. Oh no.
Gameplay from today live on the channel, and see you all in the morning for a podcast and more Assassin's Creed. Peace out, my friends. See you later.
I got the drip.
All right, so then there was... let me go to... I can't believe Chingy. Then there was... This is him explaining his content. Hopefully it wasn't taken down. That's the Dolby S deck that I got, by the way. Look at that thing. Yeah. He's trying so hard to seem different that he's literally using word salad and making up terminology at this point. You don't believe me? Here we go.
Content, you know, and content that I put out is meaningful to you. And if you find this content, this curated content designed specifically for you as meaningful as such, I would hope that you would reciprocate and support said content. You know, and
what the fuck does that mean? That makes 0 sense. He just found a way. He's trying to seem so different to eBay. The curated content. Are you on OnlyFans, like taking live stream requests and jerking off and fingering your butthole the way people want you to? What are you talking about? Oh my god. All right, where's Lies of Penis? Here we go. All right, let me piss real quick, and I'll be right back. Dude, listen. Mia Khalifa, again, as always, she is welcome to fart in my face. Call me Mia. Thank you. Fart in my face. Oh man, I should have had like Family Guy playing. It wouldn't have lost no one. It should be like XQC. Bing bong. Oh, fuck my ass. All right, give me Bird C. Birds XYZ. Let me get a little coffee. A little bit. Yes, a little bit. I won't get a full thing because then I'll be up till fucking 5 in the morning and I don't want that. Breastfeed it.
Breastfeed it.
Breastfeed it.
Breastfeed it.
Breastfeed it.
Breastfeed it. Breastfeed it. Breastfeed it. Breastfeed it. Breastfeed it.
I'll just hump my floor and do the worm, and 30,000 people will be watching me at once. What was Phil watching? Breastfeed it, breastfeed it. Breastfeed it. Making sure I didn't miss anything important. I have to return something I bought on eBay. Yeah, I bought this like sports mini disc player that I was going to do as part of my video. It's all fucked up though. Like it has like a jog dial that barely works. Like some headphones don't work on it, and it's like the jack isn't loose, but like it's hard to explain. It is loose, but it's not. Like when you pull out the headphones, like it's somewhat too easy to pull them out partially, and then the pressure comes in where you have to normal amount of exertion to pull out headphones. So I was like, yeah, no, this was way too much, and this thing is way too beat up. Thank you. Have a great day. Next. DSP type of guy using 36 months payment plan on new. That's the thing. It's like you turn. So it's questions you answered before. So what, you answer them the same way. You turned down $5,000 for an interview that there's nothing morally wrong with doing? The fuck are you on? You know what though? The 50,000. Well, actually, it would have been a sign-on bonus. So if he, I wonder, would he have gotten the 50,000 up front? I think so. Look, I'm not a fan of Keemstar either. Okay, to put it lightly, but business is business. And if you're signing a check, he's not like I'm working for the Sinaloa cartel. Relax your anus.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Code, drip.
Snort, snort.
Ooh, oh, there was a Prime Day? No, I didn't. Oops.
Got the drip? Go. Okay.
Like, watch what happens here. Birds D.
Escanor Cineprod, I wasn't handheld the whole fucking game, and if you say that one more time, I'm just going to remove you from the chat permanently.
Who was it? Do you think being handheld... Well, look at this. It wasn't even malicious. Phil, you need to be. Here's exactly what he said. I'll make it full screen. Guy Shook, if you're here, I did, because he was always... I always think of him, because he's right. I never make it full screen, and I should. Do you think being handheld the whole game is as bad as summoning? I've seen a few players just be handheld the whole game, and it kills the game. First off, it was kind of like when I was playing Elden Ring, and I was in a Halig Tree, and someone said when I had the Reduva Bloodblade, no, Rivers of Blood, the katana, the bloody katana, they're like, oh, now the game's on easy mode for you. I'm like, all right, end. I don't care. It's the first fucking Souls game I beat. Relax your fucking anus. Like, that shit doesn't bother me. Like, I've played Dead Space on here in easy. I always bring that up. Why? What the it's not about your skill. Who fucking cares? You're a 41-year-old man. No one's tuning into you, Ninja, for your gaming. No one's tuning into Ninja anymore. Who are people tuning into now? Fucking Andrew Tate. Rich, I hope you are... So, no, I wish I did remember Prime Day, but I've been, you know, other places. You know, but I'm still kind of pissed, though. I bought something really weird. If I wouldn't lose, like, 150 people, but by just running downstairs, I would show it to you, and it's not a butt plug. I have 3 penis pumps still. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. I probably should make a video on... That'd probably be like a 100,000 view video. I was sent an interesting surprise, but as much as the video would get high viewership, it would inspire other people to send me creepy shit. Yeah, not worth it. Not worth the views. No, thank you. I have been drinking and was wondering, whatever happened to Tila Tequila? Oh, she was cute, too. Didn't she consider her, like, really super religious? What happened to Zombie Unicorn? What happened to her breasts? She hates me. I probably shouldn't joke with her like that. She doesn't. She is not a fan of me because I've called her out many times. Yeah, she went nuts, Tila Tequila. So thank you, Lazarus. I really do appreciate that.
I told people not to spoil the whole fucking game.
Snooki could fart in my face, too. I don't know what I see. I really don't want any woman. I genuinely don't want them to fart in my face. But Mia Khalifa could also fart in my face. Gal Gadot could fart in my face. Natalie Portman could fart in my face. But I'm not into that, though. I'm not into fart play. But they can fart in my face. Thank you. Call me.
And when you say shit like that, you really piss me off because you're an asshole.
So I read to you. Did I read it or did I go on a stoner moment? Oh yeah, I did. He was just asking, like, what do you think is worse? And I was bringing up the point, like, people were literally making fun of, one person was making fun of me because I got the Rivers of Blood, because it was at the time, they've nerfed it a little bit, but in the game it was OP. Oh my god, my son, who just turned 7. But it was overpowered. Oh no. Middle-aged man playing really tough game uses an overpowered weapon. More on that at 11.
So you owe me an apology now, and you better do it publicly in front of everyone, too.
Could you imagine? Go to the town square. Vlad the fapping impaler, you took the gold crown by saying he had his handheld in Lies of P, but you took the gold crown from the town square in Wallachia. Publicly apologize before we chop your hands off. Oh. Stick a fucking stake up your ass. What am I talking about?
Demand it, actually. Because I worked my ass off to beat this game without being handheld, so fuck you, and now...
Worked my ass off on a game. Worked my ass off on a game. Worked my ass off on a game.
I'll apologize to me and everyone for saying that. Okay, so where was that guy? He was still in the
now you see why I wanted to watch this before Boogie.
Entrance area?
What happened? Does this stream take a shit? Because, like, all of a sudden, like, just 100 people just gone.
Yeah, he was still in the entrance area, right? What do you mean you didn't say me? You literally just said that. Yes, you did. Dude, listen to this. Do you think being handheld the whole game is as bad as summoning? Oh, so you're... Okay, never mind.
Yeah, Phil. Overreaction much?
He said...
I mean, I will give him credit. He's not being that... Now, all of a sudden, we're back up 100. What just happened?
I'm Jesse Ventura, and I once masturbated on Mike Lindell, and we both kind of sound the same.
Yeah, 100 people needed to shit. There's another e-beggar? Yeah, it's weird. We went up, like, down 100 people, and just like that, up 100 people.
Saying it's not me. Okay, never mind. I read it wrong, and now I will publicly apologize, because I am a bigger man, and I will say, I think you're correct. I misread it, and I'm sorry. I thought that you were saying that I did. I did not. I know.
This game looks good.
Oh, I was not handheld the whole game. So I wholeheartedly apologize.
I've played some of it. It is good. I just... Time in life right now.
Fuck you, Phil, you piece of shit.
With the energy I have, I rather... In time, the extra time, I rather focus on music.
How dare you be mistaken and say that to one of your viewers, you ungrateful wretch, you piece of human filth. How dare you, Phil?
What are you talking about, Phil?
Dark Side Filth. That's what I'm going to call myself from now on. Dark Side Filth. because I made a horrible, horrible mistake, and I said terrible things, and I regret them, but there's no way that you can ever forgive someone for making a mistake in life.
So you attack someone because you misinterpreted what they said. I've actually not attacked someone, but I have done that too, where I read something wrong. You apologize for it, but then play the victim because, like, oh, I apologize, but I could never apologize because no one accepts it. Holy fuck. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, my God. This man needs a therapist. He really needs a fucking therapist.
So, everyone, make montages and memes about me. Big...
I am going to deep throat this mic with frustration in a second.
Loser Phil, who insulted
Maybe it is. Maybe this is Phil venting.
his viewers.
Jarrett Hughes.
I did misread what he said. I totally...
But here is the thing, and this is why Snort Hogan in Duty streams, it's still deserving to be clip-worthy. Even if he said you were having your hand held, what the fuck is the big deal, Phil? What? What is the big deal? No one's watching either. Like, I don't really play games that often, but when I do, no one's watching me for my fucking skill. Get real. No one's watching you for your skill, Phil.
read it in a way where I thought that he was saying that I did it, and that's not what he was saying. So, that's my fault.
Nice loot, yeah? If you need anything...
No, this guy doesn't do anything new. I thought he did, but nope. Nope. We bought his good stuff earlier. Okay. So now will Escanor forgive me is the question. Will he forgive me, or is he actually now going to be begrudged against me for the rest of his life, like many people apparently do?
He's out of his fucking mind. He's lost it. He has made... He has made him taking someone, misreading what someone said. And I was like, oh, now everyone's going to clip it. Well, Phil. Dude, his apology mechanics are fucking not bugged. They are broken. He's lost the plot. It's beyond lost
right?
the plot.
I'm curious. And that's fine if you do. He said it's all good. All right. Thank you for accepting my apology, Escanor. I appreciate that. I completely misread it. My fault. Oh, let's see here. So anyway, to answer your question.
Definitely looks like a Soulsborne weapon there.
Here's the thing, all right? It all depends on who you are. First of all, if you're someone who's playing this game for yourself, spoil as much as you want. Who gives two shits? Right? I'm definitely not one of these guys who's like, oh... You have to get good and earn everything, and how dare you look stuff up.
See, that's another reason why I wouldn't be a gaming streamer, because I want to play, like, there's times I like streaming games. It's not often, but I do. But I like playing the games for me. Yes, he needs to focus on his sex. Where is Low Tier God streaming now? Pornhub? Like, didn't he get banned from Twitch permanently? I'm sorry, but DSP is definitely getting a divorce, or maybe Cat cheating him or something, but he seems like, yeah. He seems like someone who's very, like, even for Phil, more on edge than normal. I hate speculating on that stuff, but he's back on Twitch.
It's a single-player game. Really, no one cares. And I think people on the internet take this shit way too seriously. Dude, it's a single-player game. So... if you're playing it for yourself, cheat as much as you want, look shit up, get handheld, use guides, whatever.
Well, I agree with this. I don't give a fuck. Whatever I need to do to beat the game. I wouldn't want to put on, like, a cheat, though, because I'd want to, you know, well, I guess there's people that would argue summoning, like, your Mimic tier in Elden Ring is cheating, even though it did fuck all for me with the Fire Giant once. Didn't do shit. I was dead when the Fire Giant looked at me, and my maxed out Mimic tier was just like bodying him. But I would always be dead so quick it wouldn't help.
Ever. summon. No, literally no one should care. And if they do, that says more about them and their own feelings of their own self-worth that they get out of beating the game legit than it does about you just wanting to beat the game. Seriously, no one should be like, oh, I guess I have to beat it the hard way or else I didn't earn it. That's ridiculous. It's a single-player game, all right? But if you are a content creator, a streamer like me, you have to try to entertain the audience, correct? And
yeah, and Phil, if you were entertaining the audience, you could play the game on story mode. I know there's no difficulty in Lies of P, but I'm saying in general, and no one would care.
So you have to try to do things that are going to be entertaining and fun. Look at this fucking smashing thing. Oh my god, it's like a quad smash. You have a baseball swing and a triple slammy. God damn. So, for example, if this entire game, all I did was have people handhold me and tell me how to do it stuff. Look at this. It really is a Babe Ruth baseball slugger bat. Holy shit. Ooh. Ooh.
What is he doing?
Ooh. Holy crap. It's Babe Ruth. 100% that's Babe Ruth.
I want to see how the enemies... Well, it looks cool to swing, but how do the enemies react to it? Do they actually get clobbered, or...
Right?
Is it generic?
So anyway, no, I do feel like if you're a streamer, you got to entertain the audience, which means there has to be an element of risk. There has to be an element of stress. There has to be an element of, you know, not that you're steamrolling everything you do. So that way there's a reward at the end. You know what I'm saying? Like,
not bad.
Who cares if you beat the game if you never overcame an...
That's one thing I will say, as much as Elden Ring is now one of my favorite games of all time, as I've dabbled in more Souls games, like, they need to update the combat. Like, once you play the Demon Souls remake and how, like, visceral it is, it's like, yeah, Souls games need to do that. However, I will say that the combat is borderline flawless in Bloodborne.
Obstacle to do it, right? So that's why when I'm playing this game, I told you guys I'm not going to summon. I'm going to play it legit. I'm not going to cheat. I'm not going to look stuff up. I don't want to know how to beat a boss or anything. I just want to... Oh, hello.
See, like, if you have the mace, comparing this to the Demon Souls remake, because, hey, you know, it's a back attack. Like, you just take the guy and you poof, and then you clobber him again, he's down, and the guy's, like, trying to get it. You just go, like, full force, poof. And it's brilliant. And the sound design is brilliant. Like, it brought the Souls combat to another level. And now, literally, From Software themselves has to play catch up to that, in my humble opinion. His begging does makes me stressed, too. And it's comical. Birds F.
Baseball swing! Wow, this thing is slow as shit, but it is crazy. Crazy damage and crazy stagger, right? I like this. So in general, if you play games for yourself and you're playing a single-player game, enjoy and let no one criticize you. Enjoy it for however you want to enjoy it, okay? But yeah, if you're a streamer, you should go the extra mile and entertain your audience. That's what I try to do with playthroughs like this, you know.
I loved it. Yeah, I took advantage of the open world, man. It was fun. I mean, it's a brilliant game. It's one of my favorite games of all time now, like I said. But yeah, going back to other Souls games, it's like, yeah, they need to bring the combat up to the level that the Demon Souls remake has now established, in my opinion.
Try so many different weapons, different things as I was playing. I didn't let people spoil.
Me too. I can't wait for the DLC. They said they're going to announce. That's how I know I'm a fanboy of a game. I'm excited for them announcing finally a date for the DLC. What's up, Katie?
You know, and you know, I tried to beat it as fast as I can. You know that I play a million games, so I couldn't beat it within like a week, like a lot of people did. But I did my best to try to beat it.
But you can beat it in a few minutes.
Yeah, as soon. Look at this. Oh, I didn't get the second swing. I wanted the second swing.
Phil? That was great gameplay there, Phil. Jesus Christ.
I actually like this weapon.
Well, you sit there and basically spread your ass cheeks for him to put the blowtorch up there. What do you expect to happen? That's okay, Katie.
I would use this in a second run for sure. But yeah, like, that's the thing, like, I'm telling you, I watch people play, like, Elden Ring, and
How's
they
your day
literally,
been?
the whole first run just used one sword.
You've been edging since I've been gone.
And it's like, dude, you know how
Oh, these fucking blowtorch dudes looks like fucks. I see what I have to look forward to.
boring that is after, like, the first 10 hours? No one wants to see you use that whole sword the whole fucking game. It's so boring. Same strategy, same thing. I actually saw one guy, he's supposed to be really good at Dark Souls games. Like, that's his thing. This is what he does. He fucking summoned. He was actually summoning because he's like, oh, well, if it's in the game, it's legit. And people were like people were telling him, nah, dude, like, you're actually cheesing the game. And he was like, well, it's in there, so I'm going to do it. And he fucking cheesed a bunch of the toughest stuff in the game by using summons. I was like,
Yeah, I am on the side of if it's in the game and you aren't putting a cheat code to get it, it's part of the game. Cry. Oh, Rich, you're not really playing a Souls games. You use summons. Summon my fucking ass in your face and smell my farts. It's in the game. Miyazaki put it in there. If he didn't want it in there, it wouldn't be in there. Cry. Hey, Rich, the thing I don't like about the PS5 Digital Slim is the 1 terabyte, not 2. Yes! I should have... You know what I was thinking that? You're fucking right, Superstar. I was thinking that. Why didn't I talk about the fact it's only a terabyte? Are you fucking kidding me? I personally don't summon because I like pain. Maybe I'll do that too. I'm like, people say it like in terms of combat skill, I'm pretty good. You see me play them and good at parrying and all that shit. I'm pretty decent at the games. It was funny. I was playing, like, I think I told you guys one time, and I won't do the applause again this time because it's the same shtick, but I was just fucking with Demon Souls. And then I end up getting to the armored spider without even realizing it. I beat him, I think on the first or second try. Let's say second, so I'm not exaggerating. Got a whole bunch of souls. Then there was those big-ass dudes with the axes right... Hey, look, there's a spider coming down my camera. That's just wonderful. Awesome. Thank you. Can you fuck off? Thank you. Please fuck off. Oh, wow, you're still there. Can you eat my ass with a spoon? Here, go on the bird. You're like a thimble. I'm talking about beating a spider, and there comes a spider. Wow. Anyway, but after you kill the spider dude, this armored spider and Demon Souls, I'm like, oh, cool, I got all these souls. Fucking those guys with the pickaxes right behind him clobbered my ass. It's like, oh, it wasn't that far right from where I killed the armored spider. Go back and get the souls. It ended up killing me again before I got the souls. Lost all my fucking souls. 10 out of 10 would do it again.
Like, oh, come on. And guess what he was using? Yes, he was using the clone summon. What was it called? He was using that summon. The most broke one in the game. It's not fun. So I actually stopped watching the playthrough after, like... And I watched...
Oh, you snob. You're such a snob. Jesus, dude. No, you're such an elitist little shit. Oh, he used the summon, so I can't watch his playthrough. Jesus Christ. Bird Z.
Watched it a ton, too. Like, I got real far in it. And I just dropped it and never watched it again. Because I was so bored. I didn't want to watch the guy use the fucking clone summon and just easy-ass shit. And that's what I mean.
Why am I getting, like, Bioshock vibes from this, too? Is anyone else getting that, or is that just me?
Like, if you're a streamer or a content creator, you gotta read the room, you gotta see what people want. They probably
Like, I think the music and shit.
want challenge. They probably want variety. They don't want to just see you use the same thing the whole game. They don't want to see you cheese your way through. They want to see you overcome some kind of adversity and obstacle, right? So you got to give them that. That's what I try to do with these playthroughs. You know what I mean?
Okay. Enough of Phil. Yeah, we have a little less than an hour left. But still, you know what? We're going to do some Boogie 2988. I want to. What happened? What is that about Boogie? Why is Spawnwave looking at me seductively? As you see, my obsession with mini disc is... What? 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 Anyway. Alright, so June the King
was Boogie.
We will start at the beginning. Obviously, we're not going to finish it tonight, but hey, we could start it.
Boogie 2988 is the most frustrating of all the lolcows. With every beneficial thing he does, there are 10 more that bring him down. Continuing where the previous video left off, he has shown to handle every situation he's been in poorly. Unlike his contemporaries, he's intelligent enough to understand his mistake and explain it back to his critics, but always lacks the will to apply what he learned from them, and has shown to repeat his mistakes ad nauseum, exemplified by what he's been doing in the last 4 years, such as constantly feeding the trolls.
I completely lost my mind for a while. I'm sane now, though.
Discharging his firearm in the air to deter a serial harasser, his continued poor dieting habits, becoming rich through cryptocurrency, flaunting his wealth, then losing it all, his near...
Like that, just those two pictures. Is that a real picture of him? I think he said that was AI. Because it doesn't even kind of look like Boogie.
Near monthly epiphanies, purposely inciting controversy by exposing his love interest.
Yeah, which you did for views. You don't need to be a genius to... I feel June has been a lot less impartial in talking about it. I haven't watched... I watched... What was the other one I watched from him?
Whatever this is.
Check the microwave. And there was...
It's kind of tough to be impartial with this stuff, though, not gonna lie.
There's no Mountain Dew.
And most importantly, deflecting criticism via self-depreciation and not an understanding or willingness to change. He constantly asks for advice, but in not taking it, insults all those that wasted the time giving it. It is at the point that examining his story brings not just frustration to his actions, but a frustration in oneself to want to give up on a person entirely. His cycle of self-destruction, so infectious, it was made clear that you wanted a part 2, and here it is.
Slim Shady. My name is Hi.
Wow, he beat out Cyrax.
Microphone for the first time.
Didn't I piss off... What did I do to piss off Cyrax? I don't even know what I did. Did I not, like, you know, compliment his infected penis or what?
To quickly recap who Boogie 2988 was and how he got here, we'll have to understand what Boogie represented. As he claims, he was a person that was deeply down on their luck when born to 2 abusive parents that nurtured his unhealthy habits, such as overeating, and led to a very difficult life, even beyond their household. While he was very open about the difficulty he faced through his first 30 or so years of life, like isolating himself by delving into things relating to website operation. But when in public spaces, he seemed positive and knowledgeable, despite his history. That helped not just win over people, but also accept aspects about his eating disorder and his morbid obesity. To have a personality and a will to seek out the positive is inspiring, in that...
Man, look at that computer behind there. That shit's like... late 90s.
Though one can experience...
maybe like 2001.
Terrible horrors in life, through hard work, personality, or perspective can
What's
succeed.
up, Suitor?
This was early Boogie 2988 on YouTube. One of the first well-known creators used his unfavorable traits to benefit him, like his obesity to gain viewership. This was done by placing himself...
Yeah, this is when he was super mega ultra obese. Like now he's just the average fat guy that you would see at Walmart. Kind of like me. But I'm saying though, like, I'm just being truthful. I think I've said this to him. He realizes that. Like, it's not a selling point. He's not ginormous, so it's not a selling point to his channel anymore.
And scenarios that by his figure he could only create. That's why his most popular video is Dramatic Fat Guy Splash.
I don't know what they were smoking today with that announcement. I have no idea what they're thinking with the pricing. I don't fucking know. It's unbelievable, Ghostbusters.
But also, Boogie is funny. He used people's immediate perception of him to develop a character.
And Seymour, I haven't watched enough of June the King to make that agree or disagree with that judgment. No, I a big fat Reverend Byrne? No.
That he called Francis. They had a strong lisp and an addiction to eating snack foods and World of Warcraft.
Hi, guys.
Well, you know what I think is, I thought they were pretty adequate. I think what it is their biggest shortcoming is they don't handle ray tracing well.
Hey, Francis. I'm just really upset. My Warcraft account has been hacked.
Better yet, he also did vlogs as more and more people were interested in him. A man that can turn a terrible eating disorder into stardom. After all, by the mid-2010s, he already appeared not only in a television show, but also in the pinnacle of advertising in the US. Boogie was in a Super Bowl commercial. Who Boogie was an extremely kind, introspective, intelligent, honest figure. His words held more weight because of what he continued to accomplish. Through YouTube, he was able to purchase a house. He got married. He had a dedicated following that had viewers feel that it could only get better. So for him to be the inverse now is a horribly painful counter to what he once represented. This may have started with a weight loss surgery that following it was a divorce. He fell into the 85% or so of people.
I think it was also a lot of his demons and insecurities that made him feed into a lot of the things. But definitely you noticed the downward trend. Also that partially hurt his YouTube channel, all of his crazy shit. And it's also, that he hasn't evolved his content. It's just him rambling about himself.
People that get a divorce within 2 years of the surgery. These are normal happenings in life that cannot be helped. But with his ex-wife out of the picture, he claims he was out of his support structure, and as his anger built, it seeped into his public life and destroyed his brand, how people perceived him, his channel and character due to a series of outbursts both of rage and immaturity, like this moment where he picks on his teammate in Apex Legends.
Well, if your parents aren't together, then you probably come from a broken home. You're probably going to get real angry when you start losing, so...
Or this time, he recorded himself roasting on a bed making fun of the idea he was paying for women.
One for me and one for my...
After
Oh god, I forgot about
the
that.
divorce, he was paying to be in the company of women. But unlike typical prostitution, he found his woman typically on Seeking, a sugar daddy website where wealthy men will pamper women in exchange to be accompanied by them.
Why? I mean, hey, if it's consenting adults, if you want to empty out your bank account to get some ass, God bless. But not my thing.
Well, one of these women came out and detailed how Boogie would guilt her into
I have children to do that.
staying over longer than she wanted, but was also vindictive in presenting her time with Boogie. This is only a slice of what was coming out. All of this could be found in an extremely lengthy Reddit post on Sam Tolkien that linked clips of Boogie acting in ways that deeply contrasted his friendly or kind character. It should also be mentioned that this Reddit post was poorly made. As much of the subreddit did, it guided users to believe assumptions were facts, and accused Boogie of things there is little to no evidence of. Regardless, it did garner much attention, and sent hate in Boogie's...
I mean, if you're hooking up with sugar babies or whatever the fuck they're called, what do you expect to happen, dude? They're literally saying, hi, I'm here to put my hand in your wallet. You know, it's not going to end well.
Direction. What's more is that even his standard commentary content where he discusses ongoing events was being criticized in that he was a fence-sitter, and that he typically remained neutral when discussing events, that though it appeared to not be at an angle of fairness, but at an angle of disinterest. Every time he opened his mouth in defense of himself, he only made things worse.
Yeah, I did notice that for a while too, where he was just making content like there was no interest in what he was talking about. At least that's one thing I hope to portray, whether people agree or not, is that I'm interested in what the fuck I'm talking about. I think, like, I'm interested in talking about Logan Paul being a scumbag because I'm tired of people being of a certain class or whatever getting away with shit. Same with James Charles. Like, why give him a second chance? He's just as bad as fucking EDP. Got caught red-handed.
And that's how perception of him changed, and his channel that was failing even before the divorce was falling further. What was once a creator that against all odds used his shortcomings to benefit him and spread a message of improvement has turned it into the exact opposite. In 2019, he was a person that even with accumulating wealth, status, and support, would only complain and only see the negatives of his life. He would constantly ask for advice on Twitter, yet he would never take it. He would additionally respond more to the negative comments than those of support. This brings us to where the previous video left off, and it only got worse. His strongest obsession by far is with Twitter. As of this line, Boogie has tweeted 105,600 times, not including the many deleted tweets, and don't be fooled by his account being established in 2009. Because even in just 2010, he only tweeted 9 times. In 2011, he tweeted about 105 times. From 2012 onward, his yearly tweet count averages to a little under 10.
Jesus, man, June the King is sitting there crunching numbers about, god damn.
10K tweets. This averages to around 26 tweets a day. Accounting that he has to sleep, that's about a tweet every 35 minutes or so that Boogie is awake. Boogie, as it is called, is terminally online. By his own words, he spews verbal diarrhea. Creators, viewers, even trolls tell him not to. But he is persistent in sharing his raw thoughts that only serve to hold him accountable to the thousands of ideas and promises he releases and continues to hammer down his deep lack of will and endless contradictions.
Yeah, as a person who, I still tweet and shitpost, but I think you've also noticed that I've stepped back, I would say a moderate amount at least. Yeah, step away from Twitter, it's good. At least, like, partially, like, don't be as invested. It is good. I'm telling you, as a person, I know.
That always exist in unrefined thought. Many onlookers are likely uninformed of all the negative things Boogie is accused of or are
It's more about how plenty of YouTubers with that kind of, but what they
brought
do
in his
with
direction. But he makes certain everyone knows by responding to it or sharing it. He feeds the trolls, and shamelessly so. Stepping into the timeline of late 2019, he was responding to an image of his weight gain after the weight loss surgery. His lowest weight post-surgery was 336 pounds. His original goal weight in 2018 was 270. Now, at the start of 2020, in January, he reveals he is 351 pounds. The reality of it is that no one truly cares how much Boogie weighs.
But he puts it out there.
It is constantly brought to his attention because he gives it so much attention. It shows his continued failings and prompts more negative responses that he continues to promote. It appears he still does not understand, through his incompetence, his words now carry no weight. This is a very dangerous thing.
Meat apron? What is meat apron?
As a content creator when you are disregarded because of the person you become. That's also a reason why his videos have fallen drastically in views. In January, in a video, he was giving general advice on becoming a content creator and says this.
You are your brand, not your YouTube channel, not your Instagram feed. You are that brand. You should always make videos about what you are passionate about. If you really like video games, if you really like Legos, whatever it is. And then the people who also are passionate about that thing will find your channel, and then you can share that love of that thing. That's probably the most important thing to remember. But there are 2 major types of content that you can
which is true.
Produce, and the first of which is content for your existing audience, stuff that you know they want to see.
The most important bits of that were that you are your brand and make content your viewers want to see. Applying that to Boogie shows his inability to grasp his own words. Take his second channel for example, his travel channel where he rides roller coasters and the like. Yet it failed entirely because the videos were presented as just showing off the rides. Without Boogie or a unique twist, it fell into the niche of hundreds of videos just showcasing rides that have no unique quality or effort in them. Or back to his tweets. Do viewers want to see Boogie complain about his failings? Does he want to share these failings to depress his audience? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, this is only...
Like, you gotta keep another one. It's same with Phil. You gotta keep shit to yourself. Of course people are gonna talk about it. Same shit. Literally.
3 days into 2020, and already he reveals he failed his New Year's resolution of sticking to positivity, yet ironically, within the many tweets of support in response to his failures, he was only responding to the negative ones. By January 11th, he was seeking out criticism. Besides again failing his New Year's resolution, he imparts the information that he is, quote, a chronic peacekeeper. Confrontation triggers some of my issues, and I seek to avoid it at all costs.
Well, you know that's not true.
unquote. Now we have this perspective, and it only took him 10 days to ruin it, as well as paint himself as a liar and a manipulator. Pay attention to this specific tweet.
You were clipping your nails.
Boogie claims two major things.
This is why I get into the video and I do the commentary. There's plenty of interesting things going on in the chat. That's why I always find it weird, like, Phil, like, wants people to, like, talk about what he's doing, which that plays into his issues, his psychological issues. But it's like, no, let the chat do what they want. It's entertaining. They talk about weird shit. Go wherever the hell you want to, mostly.
One is that he was swatted twice in December of 2019, meaning that cops were called to his residence in some capacity. The other is he does not know who called them. As to why this...
Don't forget to clip your pubes. There you go.
This is important is because this can be verified through blotters, which are essentially police records because, as it so happens, they record every call. And with Boogie,
yeah, you just, Seymour, you just let the chat have 95% of it is just do what you want. That's what's entertaining about it. It's just its own flavor. No, sit there and worship me because I'm in front of the camera. Get the fuck out of here. I'm just, you know what I mean?
Already being doxxed, his address was out there. And because of his inconsistencies, which are more so becoming lies, people fact-check him more and more. So with his address and looking at the blotters, it turns out Boogie was swatted in 2019. Except not in December as he claims. So now we affirm Boogie is a liar with the pure intent to lie. More importantly, Boogie was swatted in July during his time at VidCon, and not while he was at his home in Fayetteville. Yet exists this tweet where he says he took a picture of the officer and the officer told him not to do that. Forgetting that this was an impossibility, now fact-checking that original tweet reveals two lies. It's already true that he was swatted in July, just wasn't present. So why even lie about unnecessary details? Regardless, he was questioned as to why he lied, and responded with a third lie, saying that he was swatted in July, as proved by the blotter. There was also another swatting before he left for VidCon, also in July. And for some really weird reason, the incompetent cops didn't put it into the blotter. He is now saying that those public records are incorrect. He was questioned about this more and more and couldn't help himself from pressing on with lies. That was lie number 4. Now here's lie number 5. In here, he was saying that now he supposedly cut a deal with the cops as they do not put welfare checks in the blotters.
I remember when this all went down and he admitted it was all bullshit. This to me was like almost no matter who did it was career destroying, and unless you're Logan Paul.
Since July to avoid harassment. Well, now how does one verify this? You reach out to the Fayetteville Police Department, which is how this image was produced, stating that, quote, no rec.
His wife was pretty. Why didn't he like? You mean Boogie? I'm sure he was probably a mental trade wreck behind the scenes and she couldn't take it anymore. Is that I'm sure there are 0 people that are, look, I don't know, maybe there is something else that happened. It's none of my fucking business, but with what we know of him on camera, I am sure that bled into IRL. So there's that.
Records are ever purged from our system, and there has never been, nor will be, an quote-unquote understanding with police or dispatch to make calls from public
all lies,
record,
big boobs.
unquote. This was coming out in late January and was well documented in a Reddit post on Salmon Tolkien by a user that did very well to document the claims and Boogie's own. The user not launching malicious claims, but very much letting the evidence speak for itself. Now, how will Boogie respond? Not only was he 6 lies into this failed deception, it was another stripping of his character. Is he really a chronic peacekeeper if he engages in tactics such as this for no benefit? As is his theme, in response to this Reddit post and his outing of lies about something as serious about being swatted, he typed a multi-tweet long thread on January 23rd, 2023. Instead of admitting he is incompetent and shallow, he went with a very different narrative. He starts by saying this was him.
Boy, the hate subreddit is going to wake up to a real banger this morning. Not half as funny as their reaction to this sponsored video will be, though. You guys said grow a spine, so here you go. details in the replies for those who were interested.
Growing a spine. He changed from peacekeeper to fighter in 12 days, and that he will be discussing what happened in a sponsored video as to flaunt how this revelation was actually positive. What follows this chain are likely more lies, as he says he was DMing a critic, something typical of Boogie, and feeding him false information with some truths. He accepts he is a liar and is cringe. As per the leaked screenshots, it is true he was feeding that person lies, but also claims that it was the Salmon Tolkien subreddit that swatted him. Yet he previously said he did not know who did it. This is line number 7. As this thread continues, he tries to make it seem like this was some grandmaster plan to have people from the subreddit fact-check his swattings and have them look up his home address without spreading it, which he somehow equates to doxing and...
Why would you do all this? It just makes you... I remember thinking this back then. It's not really a big brain take, it just makes you seem worse. So now the trolls know on top of it that you will swim through oceans to get back at them. This is feeding them by the fucking truckload. You are a cheap Chinese buffet for the trolls. Birds.
And will cause the subreddit that is shifted to be against them to be shut down. None of it makes sense. It was not doxing. And this thread also confirms Boogie to be a manipulator. He even says, quote, "This was of course horribly manipulative," unquote, and was done as a recommendation by a friend in PR. Boogie and...
YouTube is like any other entertainment. If you don't invest your money while you're hot, you could lose it all when you're not. And it's not even that. Like, you could always in some way, shape, or form have a... Here's the thing. Boogie could just be a live streamer, and he would get a few hundred people to show up, and he could probably pay his bills with it. But could he emotionally handle it? You know?
As we will later find out, also has friends in the FBI and other professions that give him terrible advice. As the thread continues, he self-flagellates and repents.
Months. Thank you, Rich, for everything you do. Your streams and videos helped me during dark times. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for supporting me. I appreciate that as well, you know. I'll be back to streaming, not fully back, but like this week will definitely be spotty. But I'll be back to streaming. You'll see me more here, like even this week, but...
Penance of outing himself as a liar and a manipulator, and make sure people understand that after being targeted by them, this was the only exception he would make to engage in those tactics. But now, and going forward,
thank you for shooting ropes.
Onlookers will take into consideration that Boogie is a liar and a manipulator. In this thread, where Boogie revealed his grand strategy, users were displeased with Boogie's explanation. One said...
You mean you made your own police department look corrupt to get at Reddit? That's a new low, man. It's true.
You mean you made your own police department look corrupt to get Reddit? That's a new low, man. Another commenter says, publicly accusing your LEO department of illegally falsifying records to get revenge on Reddit isn't the 7th dimension backgammon you think it is. A good advisor would tell you to delete Twitter. It still doesn't end there. He also says the people...
Yeah, I get in my Twitter spats but he's like on another level though.
Obsessing over him give him anxiety, but also...
It keeps me awake at night knowing that there are a few hundred lunatics who spend every day obsessing over every little thing I do. Yeah, I used to be that way. I don't care anymore. Like, I genuinely don't care. It's almost to the point where it might be a fault where I'm just like callous. But I don't. I tried for years to ignore it, but I'm not sure I'm capable. Then yeah, dude, being a public figure is not good for you. I'm not saying that to be mean. It's true.
Also, in the same chain, he says he finds it fun. It takes some true creativity to handle...
The real fun is when they absolutely lose their minds tomorrow and try to make this bad as humanly possible for you because they will realize they got taken. But No, you did horrible... You made up horrible lies to own people that don't give a fuck about you.
This any worse than Boogie was. This same day, January 23rd, after a new wave of criticism towards him, he removed his profile picture with the Twitter generic one and left only a dot for a description. A couple hours later, everything was back, and now he claimed he was hacked.
Just like Quantum.
Quote-unquote hacker got into his account through MobCrush, a sort of aggregator for social media to be used by creators. Because of Boogie's claim, and really just defamation, MobCrush came out with a statement saying that this was not possible.
Hey everyone, wanted to clear up any confusion about MobCrush account in relation to how it uses. First off, the IP address is from one of our AWS servers, so if you see that IP address in your authorized apps list, do not be alarmed.
But it still gets worse. Now facing massive criticism for his persistent chain of lies, Boogie came out with a video titled Boogie 2988 Exposed, citing his friend from
Man, look at the like to dislike, 6.7 thousand to 1. Oof.
The FBI this time, and going over the drama.
I have a friend who works for the FBI, and I asked him how to deal with the online harassment that I get from a certain subreddit.
Your friend should be fired from the FBI.
From Kiwi Farms, from places like that. And he told me the only way to fight that stuff back is to expose those people for what they really are.
Within this video are some truths of the aggressiveness of some detractors.
They also attack literally anybody that I work with. Here's Andy Senor, who wanted to have me on his podcast tonight. Here they are tearing him a brand new hole for daring having worked with me.
Yep, and you making a video about it means they'll do it even more. Trust me, I know firsthand.
When I get a sponsor for the...
Shit happens to me. It happens to every creator. I used to talk about it. That was stupid. Wouldn't do that now. If it happens, don't say a thing, because no one gets satisfaction out of it. It just ends up being, oh wow, I took sometimes hours out of my day to get someone's sponsor canceled and get a rise out of them, and they didn't even acknowledge it. That was a waste. It's a great weapon. Took me years to learn it.
The channel, they letter bomb those sponsors until that sponsor is worried about whether or not they should work with me.
At around 11 minutes, Boogie makes an audacious claim in that the Reddit post
the fruit of their labor is your reaction. If you don't give them the fruit of their labor, they won't put in the labor.
Exposing him was doxing him, just like how he claimed in the Twitter thread, and also foreshadows another event in late 2020.
This time they crossed the line though, that's just pure fact. In fact, I checked Google Cache, and here that is, right here. This is what they did. They called the cops to get my personal private information and put it on the internet. And I know that now that I'm posting these days here, you guys can figure out what my address is, but thanks to them, it's already out there. So not much I can do about it now. So go ahead, show up at the front door if you need to. But by posting this, he violates Reddit policy, and more importantly, he violates me. This is not something that's okay to do.
The comments were not having it. Some were displeased at Boogie still interacting with trolls, where Boogie said he was done feeding those.
Dude, why give it... Yeah, this... Because feeding a troll will absolutely help your mental health. After this, I'm done feeding these idiots.
Idiots. Yet in a response to a different commenter, he says he will lie and do it again if it will help.
Absolutely glad I did, and I'm glad I did it, and we'll do it again if it will help monsters like this pay for it. But it didn't help them pay. You paid. You paid with your career, essentially. That partially this was part of the reason.
How monsters like this pay for their harassment.
Birds X. Sounds like bird sex. We change birds T.
There were also comments where they fight the claim that Boogie was doxxed through that Salmon Tolkien post where his address /dox was nowhere to be found. Only for him to reveal he understands that they did not share his address, only that other people could look up police blotters and find his publicly available address. This is still just January of 2020. There are 3 years of Boogie to cover, and it is almost guaranteed that, maybe not to this degree, you will find inconsistencies of Boogie for every month that he is on Twitter. By the end of this month, he released several tweets saying he is done and learned his lesson and moved on from repeating his mistakes. But here is where others get caught up in Boogie's lies, and That is, there are two parts to a mistake. The first is
and the thing is, the problem when he did like news and current events is that it didn't seem like he really cared about it. He was phoning it in. Like, yeah, I know some of my takes are unpopular, but at least people know I'm gonna have a take.
accepting it, understanding it, showing you know what you did wrong. The second, and most important, is applying what you learned through the action. Boogie only does the first half, and it is nothing but exhausting. Other creators see this and have been caught in this trap. Here is the Cold Ones podcast, released in February 2020. Involving host, Anything for Views, guest Keeps...
That fucking name, Anything for Views. Listen, get fucked in the ass by a horse, if that'll get you views.
Star and Colossal is crazy.
I have been friends, or at least friendly, with Boogie for...
Just before Keem goes into this rant, we have tried to be nice to Boogie. But he's been a cunt to us. How many times have we reached out to him?
I'm going to explain it right now.
I'm
going to explain it right now. My point of bringing up this story is that Boogie has been a fraud for a very long time. I'm going to...
I remember when he came on baited.
He was talking about
I accused
Hitler.
him of certain things and like asked him certain questions. He was like, yeah, man.
100%. That's Colossal.
100%.
That's the man behind the voice.
You're right. It was like the most pandering bullshit, but you can't say anything after that.
You
because if you're admitting to everything I'm accusing you of, and you're like, yeah, man.
Yeah,
you're right.
Clown's like, you pander, you do this, and he's like,
He's
yeah,
like, I do this. I'm a fake person. He literally said that. He was like, I'm fake.
He told everyone over the summer, this last summer, 2019, he was going to kill himself. So we decided that we would save him. Every single one of us took time out of our day.
Holy DS-er bat. Why is...
Talked to him on the phone for hours.
My time... The time out of my day was, don't listen to these retards in the group chat. Go see a therapist, you fat prick.
That was very sweet of you.
Regardless, we spent hours and hours talking to him.
Yeah.
And he would not take any of our advice, and it became very clear that this dude wanted attention.
Scotch egg. Yo, I want to try. I've always seen, like, Gordon Ramsay fist people if they don't make those. That and what's his other thing that you have to make good if you're on his show, or else he'll fucking smack you with his hair. What the fuck is it called? It's like an Italian food or something like that. Someone will know. Not a beef Wellington's another one. The beef risotto. If you fuck up risotto, man, he's gonna slap the shit out of you. Don't fuck with Gordon Ramsay's risotto. He'll turn red and just be beating you with his dick. Oh God.
Attention. He liked people calling him and talking to him on the phone, trying to help him, more than actually fixing the problem. And that's what he was seeking. He was seeking someone to talk to.
While Keemstar describes Boogie as a fraud and his frustrations with him, Colossal describes the difficulty in not being able to push someone that accepts their mistakes. In the end,
I can't get over Quantum. Like, that's making my head hurt.
This really...
Like, I knew, but to actually see it... I know for those of you who don't know, I'll have a video on it tomorrow. Bird's Q. Holy fuck, dude.
Really only hurt Boogie's reputation. While he was a liar and a manipulator for the events that transpired in the last month, he was also the biggest victim to his own shortcomings. But then...
Yeah, Maury, he's motherfucking crazy.
There was a glint of hope for his channel. Like in the past, he was making a terrible situation entertaining. And that was this video titled, Getting a Real Job at Quitting YouTube in 2020.
This was a very witty video.
While the like to dislike ratio is not favorable, and it does have a click...
Well, it is technically favorable. Technically, he's not being ratioed with more likes or dislikes. That was actually a very... Boogie, like, you know I like you, dude. I'm not shitting on you. Make more shit like that. That was well done. If you keep going like in that direction, even at this point, it's entertaining content. You ever notice that people who are very shitty, I hate to say it, why do you think that people forgive them? Because they're entertaining. So there's a lesson of life, children. if you're entertaining, you could be a terrible person. It's not completely true, but
clickbait nature to it, the immediacy of the silliness will inform the viewer that this is not a serious video, and is a skit where he gets a job at a gaming store and gets fired. Also, it had a good
listen, if you just wear a bag with your man breasts out under, I'll hire you.
Implementation of a sponsor.
Yeah, Trump is proof yet. Let's, oh God, don't. The stream's almost done, don't.
That plays well into the video's comedy. This shows Boogie is still properly able to make the best out of a bad scenario, and that the joke of the channel failing created his most viewed video in a very long time. Additionally, there was some interesting plot lines with his character losing money in crypto, specifically Ethereum.
That's you.
And money? What's this?
That's the 6 months advance I need today. I need to invest it into Ethereum. Well, it's real low at like 169 right now.
Hold on. You're what?
I know what I'm doing, dude. Shut up.
In February, there was another hopeful video.
Like some half-decent acting there, too.
Vlog in that he perfectly captures the criticism of his constant complaining, and that he plans to dedicate himself to avoiding the negativity of Twitter and focusing on entertainment.
Obviously, I haven't really been putting much personal stuff online. And I think it's a big part because people don't want to hear about that stuff anymore. Nobody wants to hear about my problems. They don't want to hear about my mental health, my physical health, because you guys are dealing with your own issues. You're dealing with your own problems.
Yep.
So why do you want to hear about mine, right?
Boogie expanded on this in further videos, exploring his visits to the game store, and his character was more and...
It's part of the reason why I haven't been streaming. I just haven't been in the mindset for it, but... You know, you could have moments and just rather not have them. Rather put my energy somewhere else.
More desperate.
Been put into music, and I will continue to.
Return money due to his failing YouTube channel and his cryptocurrency losses.
Like, listen, I need your help, dude. Like, things are not... My channel is, like, dying, and all my money in Ethereum is, like, gone. And, like, I need this, dude. I, like, need this.
He was getting the advice to improve and try different forms of content, and he was. While he had in the past largely made videos around skits, these new videos had different inspiration like a slow-motion camera. Boogie also explains, out of character, that he had aspirations to start a business in the form of a rage room.
There is a seed of truth in this video, though, and that's I am actually looking at
a rage room.
Opening my own rage room.
Is that the thing? Wait, what?
Or smash room, or rec room, or whatever you want to call them. Hopefully, if you come to Northwest...
I would blow Dreamcast.
Arkansas, you'll be able to visit Francis's rec room. I don't know if that's what we're going to call it, but hopefully you'll be able to visit it sometime soon.
I guess that, what is it, like people pay to come break shit?
I hope to have it up and running sometime this summer.
But this video was not nearly as successful as the last. And after a third video, Boogie, even considering the advice of other creators, went back to commenting on ongoing topics or sharing facets of his personal life.
With boogers in his nose.
On his social medias, he looked to be still dedicated to a strategy of putting entertainment first. He was listening to advice and mostly avoiding responding to negative comments and seeking improvement privately. Even in April, he adhered to this. But in May, Boogie did a livestream. Raw thoughts will always get Boogie into trouble.
Oh boy.
Through Twitter, in person, or livestream, spewing his incomplete thoughts will continue to harm his reputation, and this stream was no exception when he was prompted about the documentaries made on him. For context, Christopher Tom made the first focused video on Boogie's downfall back in 2019, and Boogie credits this video for compiling his repeat mistakes and destroying his career, or at least speeding it up, as he said in this video also released in May.
No video can destroy your career unless your career is weak.
The exact thing that I was terrified of was that Reddit thread would be broadcast to the world. A young gentleman by the name of Christopher Tom.
I discovered them when Markiplier, you literally just wreck shit with weapons like old computers. So, hey, if people will pay for it, there's nothing wrong with it, but that's bizarre.
Who had cancer, beat cancer, and then went on to destroy my career by signaling and broadcast signaling my mistakes and that Reddit thread and every stupid thing I've ever done happened. The exact thing I was terrified of.
In this stream, he was saying that Christopher Tom, because of his criticisms of Boogie, must hate him, and so does anyone else that makes videos on Boogie.
You think everyone who points this out is doing so out of hatred instead of love? No, I think Christopher Tom, certainly. I think Haberdasher, certainly. I think most of the people on that subreddit, yes. I think most people do want the worst for me. I do think a lot of these
people who make the videos, though, I know Rispergo, he's in my streams too.
do it out of cruelty, because it's cruel to hold somebody to task, to like broadcast their mistakes and try to destroy their lives. It's not.
But it's not. Just, unless it's like malicious and flat out wrong and they're purposely putting out misinformation, which has happened to me. They're not doing it. It's people like to watch train wrecks. And if they're train wrecks based on fact, Rispergo is right here with cucumbers. There you go. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid the downfall bid.
Telltale AES donated $15. Hey there, Rich. I am glad to see you back for tonight, and I hope that you and your daughter are doing a little better. I'm currently dealing with a bit of stress because of the Israel situation, but this stream is making me feel better. Appreciate it.
Do you have a direct relation to anyone over there? Is that why? And I appreciate the well thoughts too.
Cruel love would be to leave me alone.
But you're a public figure. You're not going to be left alone. I'm not going to be left alone.
Loved me, you'd leave me alone.
Your uncle is drafted into Jesus, man. Wish him the best.
This argument did not bode well, especially for someone like Boogie, who will be overly critical about others and ascribe them to spreading misinformation, though does not provide proof or timestamp in critical videos where this quote-unquote misinformation is, and he himself explodes when he is accused of spreading misinformation. Christopher Tom, in response, made the same observation in his video responding to Boogie, in that he never points out specifics.
Again, I hate that there's misinformation. I hate that they're being misrepresented in some places.
What you'll notice is that Boogie doesn't bring up specifics. He'll talk about the videos without mentioning which videos he's talking about specifically. And he'll say that he's being misrepresented without substantiating that claim in any other way than
Christopher
saying that he made jokes that were taken out of context.
After an apology from Boogie, this event worked further to destroy his credibility.
I just want to be left alone. I am genuinely sorry for bringing you up.
Also, that video, where he states that Christopher Tom was partly responsible for destroying his career, has other interesting...
I feel like the downward spiral of Boogie really started. Yeah, I know his channel was floundering before his divorce, but I feel like it was like... Which is sad, because that means he's going through shit. Good to see you. Hope you're doing better mentally. Nice to see you be able to stream from... Yeah. And like I said, you'll see it'll be spotty, but you'll be seeing me more.
Interesting bits of information. First is that he is investing his money into something, but doesn't go into specifics.
Fortunately for me, I saved up a good chunk of money. I've invested it. Those investments will hopefully pay off. We'll see what happens, right?
He also understands talking about ending himself online causes much stress for others.
I think my biggest regret from this last summer was not going to professionals and instead going to colleagues and friends and family, and certainly talking to critics and fans was a horrible decision. So keep that stuff offline. Talk about it with your friends and your family. Definitely save it for the professionals. We'll talk about that a little bit more later.
Additionally, Boogie gives insight as to why he thinks he responds to negative comments rather than the positive ones.
In therapy, we talked about it potentially being because my abusers taught me to prioritize people who hate me, to prioritize people who are awful to me.
I mean, it's kind of human nature, too. Like, you know, you could have 30 nice comments and one person says you're a piece of shit. It's just you pay attention to it, but there's a point where you just like you pay attention to it, or you know, you put up make a fake swatting plot. There's a difference. Just saying.
Over the people who are good to me, because that's how an abuser keeps you there. I don't know.
Boogie has set himself two objectives: stop looting he is going to end himself, and stop responding to negative comments. The latter he also discussed in another video in May.
Instead of responding to that stuff, like I did so much to my own detriment, instead of trying to placate that person, instead of trying to help that person or try to get them to understand the truth of the reality by having a private conversation with them, I'm just going to block them.
This is a good strategy. Instead of reaching out to random critics and endlessly talking to them, he will just block them.
I'm tired of being such a lolcow. And that is one of the reasons I did it so much. It was because I was forced by my stupid brain to interact with that shit.
Boogie believes if he stopped interacting with negative comments, he will stop being what is referred to as a lolcow. A lolcow is internet slang for infamous content
Love the pixelated lolcow.
creators that trolls will interact negatively with to get a reaction from them, and milk them for the lols, hence lolcow. But that is only one side.
Alright, I'm going to stop. Might as well, this is kind of a news. What is a lolcow? We'll stop it here, because I'm 5 minutes left, and I'd rather stop it instead of stopping it like mid-part. Hey, Rich, hope things are getting better for you. Thank you, KevJet, and your family. Good to hear you're keeping busy. Yes, I have been keeping busy, and I will be very busy this week. God, I can't believe I can't get over Quantum. I know I keep repeating it. I just I'm not shocked, but to actually see it like on quote unquote paper is like, oh wow, he really is as bad as I knew he was going to be. Like, you're kind of like, all right, there'll eventually be the limit. Like, he's like, there isn't a limit, but you're trying to pretend there is one. No, you were right, Rich. You were fucking right. He is as much of a psychopath. No, it hasn't overheated on me once. RLM Audio, man, you're going back 8,000 years. I want to say thank you to everyone who's actually watching my content. It's actually doing well. People are viewing my fucking videos. I'll be damned. I thought after I had to take that huge hiatus, the coffee tilts over. Luckily it didn't spill. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be... This is the longest break I had took from my main channel on YouTube. I don't know if it's coming back after this one, but it did. And I appreciate it. I appreciate I would say the majority of people enjoying that new record I produced where I put Capone and Noriega on it. Oh, you'll find out tomorrow, or you could go back in this stream. He had a dream. He had a vision of what he wanted to happen to people. I think that kind of gives it all away. And like I said before, over a video game you didn't even fucking play. So people were justified in calling you out. You had factual mistakes. It wasn't even the opinion, it was the factual mistakes. I know I'm repeating myself. That's what people called you out for. And you were daydreaming of, in a very detailed way, of murdering them. I'm probably going to have to, even though YouTube's more open to controversial content now, I'm probably going to have to try to dance around things, but not dance around them enough so you know what I'm talking about. Content creation in 2023, huh? But no, the iPhone, getting off of psychopaths that want to murder people, has been fine. Oh, I'm sure he had visions of putting bullets in my head too. I'm sure. I'm sure he had wonderful thoughts about me as well. Because like I said, behind the Actman, I would say I had second in line to being most involved. It started with the Actman, so he was, if it was, like, I could see why his ire was mostly towards the Actman. I mean, he went after me too, but because the Actman had the bad takes video, which got everyone talking about him. Yeah, that's insane, and that's a huge win for Google. 7 years of support for if you buy the Pixel 8. It's a huge selling point. Oh, true. After Mischief, valid point. I would be third in line. That is accurate, Abby. Birds D. Cosmic Productions. Thank you for... I think that's a cat. I love cats. Wait, is there a catch to the 7 years of support that I'm missing? It's a dog? I'm fucking old and blind. All right, guys. It was awesome tonight. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the support. Like I said, streaming will be spotty for a bit more. But you'll be seeing me more often. I'm going to go get some sleep now. I'm going to shut down my DAW so I don't start working on fucking music and be up until 4 in the morning. That would be a mistake. Thank you, Mario. Have a good night as well. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching the videos. They have been doing great, too, which I'm very happy about. And
now I'm going to masturbate.
Have a good evening. Can I give you 7 years of updog? I don't know what that is, so I'm not going to agree with it. I think you're being perverted, and that's terrible. These are family-friendly streams. Good night.